All right, my big brother, Mr. Cuban Link, back in the house. Hopefully, this interview is not as controversial as the last and doesn't get us into a bunch of trouble.
Yeah, my God.
So please watch what you say before you get us into more trouble, okay? But
Sure.
But
That's
how
my
you
MO.
feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great, man.
You feeling
great.
good?
Just chilling, having a good time.
Look at the background. You look like you living the life right now. You got your little painter hat on and everything.
It's no painter hat. This is an old Kango style hat. You already know. Slick Rick style.
You looking like an old school player then, okay?
Old school.
All right, so let's get into it, man. What do you think about the situation with Irv Gotti saying Fat Joe is no longer my brother?
Damn, 20 years later.
This motherfucker applauding.
Nigga, 20 years later, he realized that. Yeah, Joe is jealous one's envy, man. He's the one who's envying everybody. He gets around you, starts using you. I know he was acting like Irv Gotti. It was the first meeting. You know, when he came back, he started having that swag to him, like copying his style, like the way he talked, the business talk that Irv Gotti talked. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you were around. That's right. You were around when he started being friends with Irv, right?
Yeah, Irv helped him a lot, man. Irv helped him a lot.
That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people have said like it was crazy for him to jump out the window and call him a sucker instead of calling him direct. Because you know what? I think a lot of us would agree that Irv was wrong for what he said about Ashanti. But even when your brother is wrong, you don't come out and publicly say that you know, especially he's a sucker, but you call him.
That's because he had feelings. He had feelings for Ashanti.
Well, that's what TA said. TA did say that he tried to get at Ashanti plenty of times.
I'm sure. That's 100% sure. 100% sure. 1 second. We getting ready for a nice little interview. Yeah, we gonna get ready for a nice salute. Salute, since I'm on vacation.
So we gotta get into more trouble then. Once that the sauce
we don't get in trouble,
you.
my nigga.
Nah.
We just burst their bubble. That's what we do. We burst their bubble.
So then, you know, it caused a whole bunch of uproar when Irv was on Drink Champs and he said that Fat Joe is no longer my brother. I used to feel like he was my brother. And
respect on him. He did it right on his own, like in Joe's territory.
Right.
Say Drink Champs is, you know, Joe's part of owner, so
and Nori looked real uncomfortable. He looked real uncomfortable.
Oh, Nori started acting like a little fucking puppy, trying to fix up the situation. No, he didn't mean it like that. What he meant is that, the viral, and it goes together, and then it's the same clip, and get the fuck out of here.
Yo, and it was crazy because he said that, I don't think he called you a sucker. It was like, bro, his words were, Irv Gotti is sucker, man. He is sucker.
He's a sucker, man. He is sucker.
So I don't know how more clear
and then he said,
can be.
No. This is the problem. When he said this part, when he said, come on, you're just a producer, man. Let me stop. When he did that, that's total disrespect.
Right. When he he said that, but he trying to take shots at the wrong person to get his street cred up. Right.
Yeah. Then he said, come on, you're just a producer. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all he is. So that means he's lower in him and the street credibility type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he has no wins against him. That's what he meant.
Yeah, you know they said that Joe really felt the way after the whole versus between Ja Rule and him, and
because he lost.
Yeah,
especially with me. Remember I did the recap. I went by Pun's wall, and I was like, "Twin, that nigga got his ass sauced." I was talking to Pun through the wall. So, yeah, I know that shit got in the skin, but it wasn't just me. I was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? With some extra Cuban song on it.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? He got his ass sauced, man. Come on, he got no wins against them.
Because when the trailer came out and we just saw the one little piece about him saying, oh, you know, Joe is no longer my brother, a lot of people speculated that the main reason was because he had squashed the beef with 50, right? And he tried to get Irv and Jaw to squash the beef with 50 as well. So over the years, Joe and 50 have gotten even more close, that 50 brought him out on his final lap tour in Brooklyn, right, when he performed that show. And so they think that Irv felt a real certain type of way about that. And that's why.
There's Joe deep throating again. Vanessa Doe Joey right there. That's Vanessa Doe Joey. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to deep throat. You know what I'm saying? When he, I guess he respected the pressure, 50 Cent had on him on the business side fucked up his elephant in the sand, whole shit. And you know what I'm saying? He was looking for a way. So of course, Chris got. I mean, how you call it? Damn, Chris
Irv.
Lighty. Chris Lighty has
Oh,
passed
Chris
away,
Lighty,
so he
yeah.
used that. He used that situation for that. You know what I'm saying? Like he cares about no. He don't care about nobody, man. He had to do that. He had to find a way to reconcile that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think
And
that Irv is mad though at him because he has squashed the beef with 50 and they've gotten closer? Do you think that's one of
of
the
course he
reasons?
is. Of course he is. That nigga Irv probably saved Irv and Ja Rule saved his whole career after Pun passed. He gave him
Mm.
what's love got to do with it. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And wrote the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
because you
it's
got
like,
Ja Rule's ad libs in the background for the chorus and everything.
yeah, of course. That was Ja Rule. That was Murder Inc. right there all day. You know what I'm saying? He was wrong saying that, I got DMX to get on my album too. That was Ja Rule he was talking about.
Right.
Let's just go back. Because he had mentioned a statement about me having DMX when me and Hocus was going through. But I never had no DMX in my album. It was Ja Rule.
Right.
And they do sound alike. You know
But
what I'm saying?
do
But
you
that's his man. He's supposed to remember his own man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the hell. Like you say DMX. Like I remember I asked for DMX, my first album.
Hmm.
I asked him, yo, I want DMX. Why you want that crackhead for?
He said that?
That's what he said.
No, he
That's what he
didn't.
said to me. That's my word on everything. That's what he said. He told me.
Wow.
He said, why you want that crackhead for? Get out of here. And I was like, so why are you a crackhead? Nigga, I don't give a fuck. That nigga's nice. You know what I'm saying? That was me.
Right.
'Cause I didn't know too much about D at the time. But with my first album, 24K, that was one of my peoples I asked for
Hmm.
to be in my album.
So, with the situation with Joe, though, do you believe? You said you do believe. Sorry, that he was trying to get at Ashanti. But what kind of friend would try to get at your man's ex girl and everything? Like that's crazy to me, especially because we could tell that
That's why
that Irv loved
that's
her.
why of course, we all can tell that. You know what I'm saying? That's off the meters. Like, it's off the market. You got to respect that. That's like when Lorena came in Joe's life as a groupie in a show. Niggas was knocking down the door to try to get inside the, do retrieves. And Joe didn't open the door because he really liked her. We knew that because, you know what I'm saying? He really had love for her. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
So
wait,
we
wait, wait,
respected
whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 back up. She started out as a groupie, you're saying?
No. Like in the groupie sense of she was in one of the shows. And after the show, she went to his room. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say groupie style. Maybe they knew each other a little
Oh,
bit
okay,
before.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then they only knew that they knew each other, but we didn't know her. So we seen, this bad chick this nigga pulled. And that's the Triz era. So you know what I'm saying? That's like that nigga was taking Triz from us too. We was letting him join in. So now we like, you got the whole terror squad knocking down the door in fucking Joe's hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, nigga? It's in, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga didn't let the door open up or nothing. That nigga just, and then we knew that, he really had love for her. So that was off like, off the market for us. You know what I'm saying? Even though Lorena was, you know what I'm saying? She was always a little sexy joint. You know what I'm saying? Looking back, like, she used to be walking around Joe's house, fucking panties and shirt on, in front of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I never looked like that. Of course, you got to look at her, talk to her, but like the eyes overstood it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't go. I remember Uncle Dan used to look at her like, he used to be behind her trying to jerk off. Like, what the
No, he
fuck?
didn't. You lying. You lying.
It's Uncle Dan. It's Uncle Dan. It's Uncle Dan. Uncle Dan is a dirtball.
You
You
lying.
know what I'm saying? Well, that's my word. Them niggas used to be, niggas is a criminal, savage niggas, man. Niggas don't got no respect. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? If Lorena would have let loose back then, that did something, they would have took it. But not me. I knew that he had love for her. You know what I'm saying? So I always respected her like a sister.
So, do you think that Irv found out that Joe was trying to get at Ashanti?
No, but I seen the closeness they had. I seen how he talking. I seen pictures with his face glowing like a little fucking, like a lit up little beluga. I seen the little, like, he's attracted. I remember a girl that he went out with looked like Ashanti. So I know he's attracted. So I knew.
Okay. Yeah, because before he said on record, he was like, Ashanti and J-Lo are my sisters. I've never looked at their asses. I've never done anything. And like,
Liar. Especially where he went up to in rank and he thought he's a shit. That nigga was doing that just to get her. That's what he always quote, like, he always got a pretty nigga, a friend, like handsome, you know what I'm saying? This guy, always with he wants to be a pretty boy. On the cover, Beluga wants to be the pretty boy. But since he knows, I guess he knows reality is what it is. He looks like a Humpty Dumpty with fucking, spray painted fucking fluorescent Humpty Dumpty that fucking fell 3 times, not once. He got cracked like 3 times, and he cracked too. So Humpty Dumpty, yeah, it's a lot of resemblance there. So he uses the pretty boys to go get other women. So he knows that type of trick.
So what do you think about the narrative then about how like people are saying, Irv is wilding for even bringing this shit up, like about Joe, like it was his fault.
I mean, that's a personal question. I understood what Irv's saying. That's his personal legacy. Like that's things that was going on in his life. That's what I'm saying. Regardless if the people didn't know, got around him or, seeing him and Ashanti, that's probably out of respect. They didn't want that to get out like that and they kept it behind the doors. But that's a circle. That's in-house circle that they should have kept the same thing and have respect for it, but knew. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew when Joe fucking fell in love with Lorena and everybody else that, he had around, or he liked the girl. So, out of respect, like we don't do that to our homies. We just don't do that. We got to respect that. Okay, nah, he liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, because Irv was saying like you don't even know what happened between me and Ashanti. Like you weren't even in on it.
That's why he's acting like he wants to be in it. So that means that little acting, like he's giving himself up, that he was lying about not looking at Ashanti's ass. He liked her. He liked her. That's why he wants to be. Dun, 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 dun. That nigga wants to be the Captain Save-A-Hole. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because the people that are defending him are saying like Ashanti is his sister, so he should definitely come out and say something publicly about Irv. But my whole thing is like, okay, what Irv?
His sister died, my nigga. His sister died. Lisa died. I was there when she died. So you're saying at the end of the day, that dude only got one sister. You know what I'm saying? And he shouldn't be playing around with that. That's my sister. Unless you don't give a fuck about his, you know what I'm saying, it's his own sister. Like I won't play around like that. I only got one sister calling other people's sister. It's not the way real niggas get down. Even though I know we say sister like friendship, but it's still like, I lost my sister, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna be my sister. That's my word. That's something personal. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
Because what Irv said was wrong, right? Because him like coming out and saying all those things about Ashanti, but at the same time, it's like, okay,
yeah, because she's a public figure. She's a public figure too, and she has fans, and
right.
That was.
But you saw the reaction from that interview a year ago. Like everybody was on his neck. Everybody was coming at him, right? So
because he looked sour. He looked like the sourpuss on it.
Right, but can you imagine like you waking up and then you seeing your brother on social media bashing you too, though?
He's a sucker, man.
Right.
He's a sucker.
Right. So what kind of like how would you feel? Stupid. And I feel like a lot of normal people.
I feel like he's the sucker. Like I feel like Joe is the sucker. He's a sucker for love ass nigga.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of normal people. Come on, like you guys can say what you guys want to say, but you would not like it either if you wake up and your friend is on social media bashing you and you didn't even realize you guys had a problem, right? So like he was owed that phone call. Like I felt like Joe could have called him, said that you out of pocket right now, you wrong for what you're doing, and then if he
100%,
and then if he
especially if that's my show,
right?
That's Joe's show. You know what I'm saying? That's Joe. He's part owner, so he could have definitely made the call because he's a businessman,
right?
So on the business tip. Just say that, you know what I'm saying? You should have handled that behind the scenes. But he did that shit to show Ashanti probably. Show Ashanti, hey, I'm sticking up for you. Give me some pussy. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. He's a sucker, man. He don't even talk like that, nigga. He's a sucker, man. He's a sucker. Yeah, fucking ass.
And if he's on live after, he could say, I spoke to Irv. I told him that I felt he was wrong or whatever. But, that would have been a totally different thing to handle the way that he did. But also, he said that he spoke to Irv and I don't know, apologized to him. They fixed it. They
kissed him in the forehead?
They squashed, the beef.
He said he kissed him in the forehead because, the kiss in the forehead is most important kiss. Because, that's so innocent. Real, he got his asshole licked. That's another right there. I'm going to point out all the times, and I you know what I'm saying, how I know that he got his asshole licked. That was definitely it right there. One big example.
And
kissing the forehead.
And Irv said that we've seen each other, but I don't know about all that talking that he's talking about. So clearly he still feels some way because it's literally been 1 year exactly.
He's lying. He's trying to fix it up on himself and lying. And he's disregarding really, Irv's position. you know how real he is. Like he always probably thought this nigga's a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? The way he talking is like, I only been friending you, nigga. I was protecting you. Like he was the nigga that did something for Irv, like on some gangster shit. Like, he's supposed to know, like on Khaled. Like Khaled, he think like, you know what I'm saying? Irv Gotti's like Khaled. And God bless, you know what I'm saying, Irv Gotti. I see him, he's looking a little sick. You know,
Yeah.
that's serious. Diabetes is serious. Joe got diabetes too.
Right.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? They share that in common. But when that diabetes hit you though, you know, it took my father from me too. So I understand about that, you know?
Yeah,
That shit's
and,
real
and and
serious.
what he said was like, "Oh, if I'm your brother, I should be able to criticize you. I should be able to say something."
Nah. You don't do brothers do that. That's the internet games. He's trying to be down with the internet now. He's too old for that. He's supposed to know the OG code. You don't do that. You don't do that nowhere. I'm behind the back. You know what I'm saying? Whether you chilling in the streets, you don't do that on social media. You don't do that. That's whack. That's whack.
All right, what do you think about the situation with Hassan Campbell and Fat Joe?
I understand about that situation too, man. I've been following Hassan Campbell for a minute. So, you know what I'm saying? I know, shit, nigga. That nigga came out talking about he got molested when he was a shorty. You know what I'm saying? And that happens to all, you know, a lot of people. When you kid and, you know what I'm saying, you growing up, your mom's leave you with somebody else, you know, you get touched and all of that shit. And that happens to a lot. A lot of the young ladies, you know what I'm saying? Most frequently happens to the ladies, but I never heard like somebody that was a thugged out dude say that like that, you know, openly. And then he said what he said about, you know, saying the whole rundown on Africa, the Zulu Nation, the big boys, like the street niggas. And I remember all them niggas. I remember I God. I remember, you know what I'm saying, B.O. You know what I'm saying? I remember when that time when he got killed with, you know, and Showbiz was there with him. You know what I'm saying? And he was with Show. So I wasn't there, but I heard about it in the street. You know what I'm saying? So I know what he's talking is real. You know what I'm saying? B.O. was a real nigga too. You know what I'm saying? He was feared. Nigga was one of those dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I remember that. So and he
Right,
and
and
his
he
whole
said,
struggle. Remember his whole. I see how Bambaataa is ducking and diving, just like Joe. Like, they do the same thing. They're ducking and diving, trying to ignore people. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Bambaata's charges are a whole different charges. You know what I'm saying? That's pedophilia and all of that thing, or messing with little kids. You know, me and Joe got personal beef. That's why, you know, he does it like that. He's still in front of the camera doing that. But, you know, Bambaataa got a reason to run. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's in Brazil. He goes everywhere. He's on some Russell Simmons shit. Them niggas, they escaped the country. So America won't get them.
you know, that's so crazy that you said that you explained it like that, because when I interviewed Hassan, he explained it just like that. He says, "Why do you think you don't see Africa Bambaataa celebrating Hip Hop 50? You don't see him at the museum. You don't see him in all these different places. Why didn't he come out at Yankee Stadium?" Like all this stuff. And he described it just like you're describing it
Yeah.
now.
And I seen the rebuttal and, you know, I think, I don't know if Dr. Dre, no, not Dr. Dre, Ed Lover and Moni
Mm,
Love, I think they did an interview. I don't want to misquote. I think it was them. They did a little, like, try to fix Bombaata's image when he called up. Because they all, you know, Bombaata's respected, man. He's one of the founders. He definitely founded fathers, you know what I'm saying, that made hip hop. Not even so much the forefront as far as like hits like that, because I never liked the style like that. Like I told you, planetarium, like he was living in a planetarium and he was like, just a different vibe, different vibe. It's like a alien that was fucking in purple tights, and I was like, not my style. But the behind the scenes, the Zulu Nation had a lot to do with building the culture of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because it
right.
cultivated all the five elements. You know what I'm saying? The art, the graffiti, you know, the dance, the the culture, the clothing. You know, everything was a culture of hip hop that he had behind him, and he had killers in the streets. He did.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did. I want to see the fucking book. I don't want to see it, but that fucking book that Hassan talking about, niggas had niggas the biggest like gangsters of the world in the Bronx at the time. He took pictures of they when they was little and stuff like that. I don't want to see it. I'm just saying, like, if that's found, that's evidence right there. I don't know who got that book, but that's definitely
That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely crazy.
Well, moving on. So Hassan was talking about how Joe went on live and he didn't say Hassan's name exactly, but he was talking about the claims against Africa Bambaataa, right?
Yeah,
and he was saying that like Hassan was trying to destroy hip hop,
Yeah, that's
and
what he does. He puts
basically,
everybody in that. He try to speak out for those guys. That's how he speaks out. Just stays in the middle. He's trying to imply that he's staying in the middle, but he's not in the middle. He's trying to convey and serve the public opinion and an outlook to go and help, whatever friend he chooses to help. Which that case was Bambaataa. You know what I'm saying? He chooses not to know what happened. He chooses. I'm sure everybody. That's why Hassan got so many followers, because they believe him. They believe him. They
right.
believe him, and I believe him.
Well, a lot of people don't
him.
like him though too. So a lot of people follow him.
Yeah, because he needs therapy too. We all kind of need therapy. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Some way or the other. So he needs therapy. We from the hood. We can't afford no therapy. We don't believe in that shit. Our therapy is venting and whatever areas we come out and explaining the truth. That's our therapy. And you're a psychologist, ain't you? What you fuck?
Moving on. So anyways, but he said that after Joe did that live, within like an hour and a half, his page got demonetized. Hassan's page got demonetized.
That was Joe. Now my shit happened. The same thing happened to my shit. When I did the cock story with Tony.
Yeah. You still waiting to get monetized again off of that, but Hassan
I don't give a fuck about that. The truth is more important than any money or any monetization. So I know they did that. I know it's Joe that has people. I told you that these top bosses from labels, they moved on to the cyber world, and they could pull strings also, just like they did in the labels. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to name names because I don't want to implicate anybody, but nigga.
We know who you talking about, okay? We know who you talking about, head of music, okay? We know who you talking about.
Not just one, though. It's not just one. It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
The Beluganati.
Yeah.
It's the Beluganati.
But he said that he basically lost over $100,000 easy from getting demonetized. Because it takes you like 3 months to reapply. It takes like you got to wait to hear back.
Well, you should know better. You would know better.
Yeah,
you would know better.
But
you're getting millions of dollars right now, fucker, for using me.
Come on, Cuban.
Yeah! Say the truth.
I'm getting
no, but you know what type of checks it looks like, especially when he get the Hassan.
Yeah, but Hassan does real numbers, bro. Like he
real dude. He do real numbers.
I mean, like he has like 5,000 people watching him in the live, like when he goes live, right? And not just that, but 100%. They donating $50 at a time. Like one person donating $50. Yeah. So that says a lot, man. That's crazy. But he was saying that he makes like anywhere from like 20 to 40,000 a month.
He does.
Yeah. So you think that's a lot of money that he missed out on if Joe was really behind?
That's the hate. That's the hate, Joe. That's how Joe works. I'm sure he had it. If you look back, just like I told you stories about me with the bootlegging, my first CD, 24 carats. He never took pride or took any accountability for that publicly. Right. I guarantee you that he had something to do with that, because the bootleggers wasn't getting beat up. And that's why I'm trying to tell you that's how I put it together, because I know I was inside that circle, so I know Hassan was inside that circle, so he knows how they move. Mm-hmm. He knows how they move, and that's how they move, like snakes behind the next person. They use it, and then the next person, like Nori. You seen a fucking great example of that when he told that to Irv Gotti, and you see Nori trying to diffuse the situation with the extra scared, but everybody watching you, my nigga. We see that. That's like a Benko role. Come on, my nigga. You don't play that type of role right there, especially like that. Like, be a real nigga. And if his nigga's wrong, he's wrong for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you don't care, you know what I'm saying, about niggas calling you a sucker. But I care if my friend called me a sucker, my thought to be friend. You know what I'm saying? That I helped. And I helped him make millions of dollars and put him in the different levels. And he stole my swag. If I was Irv Gotti, I would feel the same way.
Yeah, so just remember, you're not gonna wake up one day and you're gonna go to my page and you're gonna see me saying Cuban Link a sucker, man. He's sucker. You're gonna come looking for me. That's what you're gonna do.
It's gonna be more disappointing because we already been through. You know what I'm saying? I already accepted you, and you work for your shit, and you showed me already. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a righteous heart, and you're doing your job to the fullest. I'm not expecting nothing from you, but your best, absolute best, when you do what you was born to do, and that's interview people. You're a great interviewer. You know how to ask the right questions. You dig into their private. Make them say the truth. You make them. You cut off the roads of lies. So you know what I'm saying. And we could tell. Like, you know what I'm saying. I'm sure if you interview Joe one day, you're gonna see that eye, that dead eye. That lying eye. You know what I'm saying? That he's gonna start doing this every time you ask him a question. You know what I'm saying? Then you can't make this up. No, you did. You just did make it up, nigga. The nigga said that right after the senorita thing that he did with Jadakiss. He said, "You can't make this up, nigga." Yes, you can make it up because you made it up right there on the spot. So you know what I'm saying? So he makes up, lies right there on the spot like that. And then
What'd you think about how like people were saying, "Oh, how they let Irv Gotti go up there and say those things about Joe, but then they can't let Cuban Link go up there." Now, what I said though,
because they didn't know. They didn't know Irv was going to say that. That's the difference. They know I'm going to say what
he
I say.
asked him the question though, like Nori knew what was going to happen somewhat.
Yeah, but he didn't know Irv Gotti was going to feel. He
Right,
thought.
right.
You
But
know
I
what I'm
told the
saying?
people,
He thought Irv Gotti going to put some sugar on it. He thought he was going to sugarcoat it and do the okay, let me not. But he said what he said. That's why Nori's reaction was. You heard about. That's all, folks. You heard that? You heard the Porky Pig in him? You heard the Porky Pig come out? And he said, nigga,
but he didn't even say
that
anything
sound like
that
me.
bad though. He didn't like start going off on Joe.
That's
You know what I mean?
real.
So
Bro, he seen his
right.
face. You seen his face that I heard him like, saying like Joe crossed the line. You seen his face. I don't need you, nigga. I don't need you, nigga. I got my mom. And in the state of his life too, when he's feeling vulnerable as far as his health and everything. So I
Yeah.
understand. I give him a fuck. He's gonna tell you how I feel. And I never seen Irv Gotti I never saw him like a liar. He might be exaggerating a little things here and there, but the way he talks, he sounds like that's why Joe got his extra, but Joe lies. That's the difference. He uses Gotti style, but he lies. And just he think that he uses his style of describing a story that people gonna believe him, which it worked. You seen a lot of people believe him, like a fucking
Yeah.
dickheads. Like for real, like
See, but I was telling the fans though, I was saying, look, Irv didn't really say anything that bad. Now, if Cuban gets a chance to even come on Drink Champs, he letting off the full clip. Like he going really trying to put Nori in a position where Nori can't defend Joe.
Oh, but it's gonna be truth. I wouldn't even probably joke
No.
around
But
as much.
you're gonna say the truth, but you're not holding back though at all. Like you really gonna
Oh,
let it
nah,
all
nah,
out.
nah. I would tell Nori exactly like that. I would tell him, yo, my nigga, why you said no to Chris Rivers when he was 9 years old? Like, why would you say no to Pun's son and you call him Pun your brother?
Right.
How would you say that? Just give me an answer for that. He's gonna tell me because Joe asked me.
All right. Kind of fucking interview.
Oh, we forgot, yeah. So this is for everybody to know. I was outside. You see the beautiful paradise, but you know how hot the sun is out here in Florida. So that shit melted my iPhone. So I had to go get a new one. I got no, but that's how hot it was. The temperature would like overheated the phone, and I had to go to the lobby because I got the black shirt too. My nipples are sweating. Everything is sweating. So I didn't think that the phone was going to sweat, but it did. So just to let y'all know, there wasn't nothing that he edited or we want to edit it. This is real time. Salute to the fucking hot sun.
All right. The Tony Sunshine leaked conversation. When you saw that audio from the phone conversation that leaked,
steps, get smacked with a can. 4 steps. And get in. Okay.
what was your first thoughts when you saw that? When you heard it?
I didn't like the way homie talking about me. I'm saying he don't know me, he getting gassed. It was in real time, so that's why it's a beautiful thing. As much as I hated the fact that he was talking that about me and everything, I thank him in a way for exposing himself, for being a dick hopper. You know what I'm saying? Because I did call him at that time. Remember when we had a little disagreement. He was getting caught up with what other people was telling him, so I hit him up. And we talked on the phone, and he was a cool guy. He was a cool dude. Like, he was sweating. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say sweating because I know a nigga, but he was really a fan. He was really a fan. And he was like, yo, I got love for you, Q. And he started to remember with niggas from I was doing my album at 326 out there in Long Island. And, he knows some of my people. And I told him, yo, my nigga, whenever you want to do it. After, conversated, I thought it was love. And I told him, yo, I'll do the interview with you, my nigga, whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? So he never really wanted me to, he kept delaying it. So like 3 days or 4 days of delaying it. He was, I just said, you know what? It's on you, my nigga, whenever you're ready. But we left it like that. The next thing you know, I hear him talking mad shit when he got into it with Latin Pain. You know what I'm saying? He got into it with some shit that happened with Team Numb, and Latin Pain exposed him. You know, they killed him already. But with that dope fiend thing that he put out, oh my God, all of that shit. And, you know, now shit's popping in my thing, so I have to press it. So, yeah, Latin Pain was going at it with him, and he talked about, you know, that I was charging him. Like, you know, he thinks he know him. Like, he knows Tony. He compared me to Tony. Like, he probably paid him and all that. Oh, mad lies and shit. Mad, like, opinions and fantasies that he, you know what I'm saying, whatever made him feel that way about me. To be making shit up. You know what I'm saying? Assuming and shit about my character. And that was foul. And that was foul because he goes a little too far. I don't get mad at anything. I get mad at serious shit when it attacks my character in a fake, you know, in a fake way, or you lying about me, or you think it's sweet. Yeah, that gets me mad. But I know how to joke like anybody else, more than anybody else. I joke about shit that's real serious. It'll be funny. It don't be no, damn, he tried to diss me. Like, I ain't trying to diss nobody. I joke. And if I make a joke, it's about me and those niggas that deserve it, the enemies I had. So at the end of the day, it's, you know, that rubbed me the wrong way, especially when he talking about that story that he talking about that, you know what I'm saying? He was coming to hold me down with this. Shit was all lies. Man, I own myself there. You know what I'm saying? You know, always hold myself there. Then he's trying to implicate the 5 mics guy. You know what I'm saying? That dude over here, because he throws niggas in the front. That, if you know their crew, the whole Terror Squad, that's how Joe moves. Just like that, bitch ass niggas that throw niggas in front of you. Because they you know what I'm saying? They don't want to get in front of what they're not really standing for what they're saying. So they just talking out of, you know what I'm saying, their ass. So that bothered me. You know what I'm saying? That bothered me. And it bothered me with Latin Pain too. With, you know, he does a little bit of playing around too much with my name. You know what I'm saying? Poking at me too. You know what I'm saying? He got all the way up now with the, you know, all the way up. You know, I know how it is too. That's why Latin Pain is a little different. He talks like from the music side, but he puts a little personal part. Like the love I gave him, he should, you know, put more respect on my name. And he does, you know, he does got love for my music and all of that. And I'm not saying that I know him like that, because I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I told him this before. I said, I don't know how to, like when I told him about the Charlie Rock situation, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, be easy on Charlie, because he's a street nigga. He don't know about the internet thing. And, you know, I told him, I'm like that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He say the wrong thing, he play with my name the wrong way, nigga, it's gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. But I don't expect a nigga that, you know, chill with me, talked about mass serious issues like he did, and gave us love like he was giving when he was, you know what I'm saying, when I was communicating with him, to go and try to, you know what I'm saying, switch sides on a nigga on some more, like, you know, instigating shit, like almost like it's for like views. So I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? But I still got a lot of love for him, you know what I'm saying? I remember one time I told that nigga with the Charlie situation, trying to defuse it. I was like, what the fuck y'all gonna do, nigga? Y'all both missing an eye. Y'all gonna just run in circles, trying to fucking swing at each other. Y'all ain't gonna see each other. So, you know what I'm saying? God bless Charlie Rock, though. My dude, too. But I was making jokes like that to diffuse it.
But what about what Tony said about you in that audio? How he was saying, like, he's 198.
Let's break it down.
Okay. So he said he's 198 solid and he would break your jaw.
Oh, my God, man. Yeah, you believe him? And he says this behind the scenes. That's why I keep telling you, people talk behind to other people, like chimosos. You know what I'm saying? All the gossip, talking it so he can spread the hate to the next one, gas the next man up. Like, oh, he must be pussy then. Tony is pussy. I'm telling you, Tony is pussy. Like pussy. It's extra pussy. Like twat. Who's the biggest pussy in the world? A dinosaur. You ever seen a big Stegosaurus, whatever, the big ones? You see, there was a girl and there was a pussy. That dinosaur had a big pussy. That'll be Tony right there. That's Tony right there, moonshine. To me. And he got nerve to talk like that. And it's just the same. If he gonna break my jaw, at the end of the day, why every time that, you know what I'm saying, old little Cuban link got to come and step up for you, protect you. You know what I'm saying? All the times in my life. You know what I'm saying? When they took my chain from his ass, I had to go get the Mac and go search for my own chain. So he owed me. He owed me money on that. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. I let him slide with a lot of passes. So, you know what I'm saying? And like, again, you see how he talks, right? Where he posts something up, you know what I'm saying? Ha, ha, ha. Like, you know, well, I'm jealous. I'm the one that started. Like, he's a victim. But you see the kind of venom that spit behind my face. So I think, you know what I'm saying, Warcraft for putting that out. I really thank him for that. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way y'all gonna get us together. Stop that shit all that. That nigga, I try to get them together on some real nigga shit. Try to get together before. Real soon, I'm gonna tell you a story too. How pussy he was when I went back the second time. That was supposed to work on Tango and Cash, the LP. You know what I'm saying, for some of my niggas in you know, Danny Local, you know what I'm saying, niggas in the street that try to put that together. And say how pussy he was. You know what I'm saying? That's when he was cracked out. With a special with a wifey that a new wifey. I guess I didn't know he was with her. But yeah, we got a story too with the wifey. You know what I'm saying? She was around.
Whoa. Wait.
Yeah, he was good deep. That's before him though. So he just picked up, you know what I'm saying, sloppy seconds. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Wait. You saying that you got at his wifey?
I didn't get at his wife. He wasn't around me and his wife. You know what I'm saying?
So you had her first.
I don't like to say had her first. We run Tris and bitches. She's part of the Tris. But I banged out, yeah, in Smiley's crib, yeah.
Was he there? Wait, you ran the Tris with him? And
no, we didn't run the Tris. Not on her. Not me. I didn't run the Tris. I bang boogie. That's what I did.
Oh, okay. And so when did you find that out?
All I need from you is a one night stand. But all I'm saying is that these niggas probably are mad because these things that, you know what I'm saying, they want to be me. They want to, you know what I'm saying, they can't get away from the fact that they try to come out their mouth and play me when they should put respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? How the jealous nigga, you heard what he was telling Bullcrap. He was telling me how niggas, you know, an innocent 15-year-old boy, you know, gets like, motherfucker, so you right now are telling us that it happened, but you're saying in the same breath that it didn't happen, that I'm lying. So that's why I brought up my nigga nonstop up to tell you that story. Because yeah, it was like on some young boy shit. We was doing shit, but nobody that was a young boy around, nobody that I know other than you, which is Tony, got slapped with a car and did nothing about it. But fucking the Van Damme split, USA, and then kept it moving. Like nobody ever did that. You know, most niggas would have fought. You didn't. So why are you all talking about this? The little muscles, little money. That's what made you think that's what being tough is. You having those items with you. So you gonna wake up to a wrong. You know, it's niggas that, you know, they win the lotto and they think they God's gift to humankind, and shit on their friends the ones that really helped them. So I have no respect for Tony. Never will, no more. I told you I give him as many chances as a human being could give another, as a brother could give another brother. Not even a human being, as a brother could give another brother. But him being a crackhead, you know what I'm saying, sleeping on roofs, police going to get him, you know, us trying to put him in rehabs, you know, taking him back after he disrespected. You know what I'm saying? Talking about like, I'm trying to be like 50, I'm trying to clone 50. You know what I'm saying? All of that this bitch little nigga had the nerve to do. I should have gave it to him. So I'll tell you the story about when I went to see him after all this happened, and he said, oh yeah, cool. See, I'll tell you the story. Not now though, fuck you. That's gonna be Cash App, USA.
Did
yeah,
Tony?
But yeah, all of that he was saying, Tony. And when he said,
put the camera up because you're getting cut off. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then another fact that when they was talking on the phone, you hear the Warcraft nigga sucking balls like you never sucked balls before.
Wait. Before we get into that though, okay? Did Tony know that you got at his wifey before that you had her before?
Of course he had to know. Unless you didn't tell him. He got kids with this girl.
Oh,
and when I came in the house, she was, you know, there was both on some shit, some hard drug. Nigga was skinny as hell, giant face, giant head. I say had a little baby. He had a respirator on, my nigga. His nigga looked like Prometheus. That nigga had the mask on. That kind of air breathing mask he had, like, hey, what's up, twin? Acting like he's weak, so I don't knock his jaw off. Like, you thought I was really going to disrespect him like that. because he knows that he said enough for me to knock his jaw off. But I came humble, forgiving heart. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Let's try for the hood, because the hood asked me really to get with this nigga so we can make a nice little, you know what I'm saying? Because Joe already left him, kicked him in the ass and threw him out. So, you know what I'm saying? That's when they reached out to me for that project. So I was like, all right, man, I'll give it a shot. It took a lot of talking. So, you know what I'm saying? Because he already went far with his lips. He was doing interviews when he was with Joe. You know what I'm saying? Turning into Judas back then.
So you didn't even know that he was with her until you came into the house?
When I seen her fucking doing fucking the Tasmanian devil around with the kids climbing up walls like little Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
The house was crazy. It was like a crack house, to tell you this. I like my crack house. Yeah, never had a crack house. That's what he was at. So anyway.
No, but I'm not gonna lie to you though.
And then I remember she saw me because I didn't know. So when I looked at her, I said, oh shit, inside myself. And then she looked at me, she put her head down real quick. I said, hi, how you doing? She put her head down, hello. And then I looked at Tony, he was on the couch, stretched out. I feel like he was weak as fuck with a fucking air mask, oxygen mask, with a little like a newborn, like he's like this big, maybe it was in his chest like this. The niggas half, you know what I'm saying, with shorts on, no shirt on. What's up to it? What's up to it? Scared of death. Because he knew that I was supposed to give him that time. But I said I wasn't. So I came in love. Yeah. So at the end of the day, that's what happened with him. So he's showing that what kind of real nigga he is when real situations happen. And even in that interview when he was talking about Warcraft, like you tell him, what I'm supposed to do? They pulled out guns. I'm supposed to hide under the sink. and then the Warcraft nigga said, yeah, I would hide it under there too. Bitch ass niggas belong together. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody hiding it. And he mad at me because every story I tell is I'm like a superhero. Nigga, it's not my fault that this is fact, is what I'm saying. I'm not even making nothing up. So you jealous on that note, that shit that I really do in real life, my gangster shit. You want to make other people not believe my shit when you know it's true? Because you were jealous. That's jealousy at its pure form. So when I saved your life.
But you admitted, though, you admitted in that Connecticut situation that you guys lost, but you knew you were going to lose because you guys were outnumbered and you still fought regardless.
Of course, man, we was outnumbered and I came out with one shoe. I said it myself. I said the real story. I came one shoe, have ripped shirt, fucking scratches in my face, all that. You know what I'm saying? Red with one shoe without no keys or no thing that I had. And I brought both those things. But Raul had took Joe to safety already. Well, you know, the whole terror squad and me, myself, and other niggas was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Putting that work in. So, you know, we won in that aspect that we fought as much as the hardest we could. That's a win to me. That's
that was the situation.
We didn't hide it. We didn't hide under the sink. So, you know, so we could say those things. Niggas that was hiding under the sink, those are bitch niggas. That they gonna say exactly things, start lying to other people to make them, you know, make my story sound like it's not true. But everything I told you, from the hotel situation, every time I told you, I'm telling y'all niggas, I'm 100% on it. They just jealous, man, because, you know, they pussy. They just pussy.
But that's the situation that you're talking about, that Joe left out the back door, right?
Connecticut, yeah.
Yeah. And wow. So yeah, for him to say that, like, oh, like to try to take, you know, swipes at you, saying that, oh, you got beat up and everything, but you fought though. So I don't even understand, like, how is that like anything to try to put against you? Exactly.
Try to throw dirt in something heroic niggas do, something that the crew should be proud of. They got niggas like that in their crew. That even if it's, you know what I'm saying, odds against them, they still fight to the last drop, like warriors, like 300, like they try to be like. Niggas in the 300 warriors. Niggas is fucking bootleg, fucking toy soldiers. TS, that part TS, not the real niggas been on from the block, but that TS that he built, it's a toy soldiers. I said that before.
And so another thing that he said was that he's invited you multiple times to meet up with him so that they can jump you. They'll drag you out into the street.
Exactly. So
did he really invite you to go fight?
No, he didn't. Never in life did he do that. But he did put out something saying, we're going to be at Evo's tonight. Evo was a club, a lounge out here that I used to fuck with. And the owners from there, of course, I don't know. Remember me, they had love for me first. They get to be out of nowhere. There goes Fat Joe with everybody. They diss me to go with another one, Evo's. Huh. But still got love for everybody. But and they condoning niggas that diss me go inside that club. So it don't matter. I got a lot of traders. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you nothing but the truth. So at the end of the day,
so what do you think
he has said a post put about, yeah, we're gonna be at Evo tonight. That day niggas to come through. Wait, fuck, you stupid? You stupid? You already snitching right there. That's why I don't like when it's real like that. I joke around and say, hey, but I'm gonna really beat his ass because I'm gonna really be, you know what I'm saying, like happy that I go to jail after I fucking do what I do to him. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like this nigga deserves it. When you deserve it, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you extra. 6-course meal, 6 stars. You know what I'm saying? So he deserves it, man. He deserves that. You know what I'm saying? For being a liar, a piece of shit, a dick rider. A nigga that actually stood up in his life and protected him. And know he was my little homie, and I took care of him. I'm a reason why he's in this music shit with Joe. Joe never liked that nigga. Always used to tell me Pun, that nigga was whack. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the one who made him get close to Pun. Trying to say that I'm not Pun's fucking brother. Look how jealous niggas work. This is how jealous work. Joe Pun was gonna fuck you up, nigga, just because it happened with me when I got stabbed. Because because of your big mouth. We gonna fuck you up. I stopped him. For that nigga to say right now that, we was all Pun's brother. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't.
Yeah, he said that we were all Pun's best friend.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, not like me. Not like me. That's why you don't want to give me that. You don't want to give me that, right? You think I'm gonna be a second in charge then if you give me that love, that truth? Because the truth is the truth, nigga. The twin word was made between me and Pun, nigga. I invited you in my circle, bitch ass little singing bitch ass nigga, rubber WW. You know what I'm saying?
And he said that
and that shit is, and he that's why you don't think he says that when it was a real interview. You got to say that, behind my back, behind everybody's back. Right. To gas one nigga up. He's talking to that one nigga to gas him up. So I'm glad he recorded that.
And he said
and he wants to beat up Warcraft now because now I can expose him and see how fake he is. See how the hate. Remember, he used to say all the time that, I never talk about Cuban. He's the one who starts with me. Look what he does.
Right.
Look what he does. That's what he does. That's what Joe does. So he's learned from Joe how to do that. Those are bitch ass nigga moves. Rap moves.
Joe never liked him? Joe never liked him?
No, not in the beginning, nigga. It was full of clips. Joe didn't even like us. He only wanted to rock the Pun. Pun's love came to us, full of clips.
So what would Joe tell you guys though? Like that I don't like Tony? Like I don't want
that
him.
Little nigga, he's whack. He gave him a chance back in the days. He don't got what he takes. He gave him a chance back in the days, and he didn't have it. He made him look stupid before. You know what I'm saying? So
do you know what situation he's talking about that he gave him a chance?
Well, I think when he was younger, 13 or something like that, before the cock slap.
So for him to sing on a song or for him to perform on stage?
I think he took him on stage or somewhere for a CEO somewhere, a CEO of I think Relativity Records. And,
okay.
And he didn't do well. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that Tony Sunshine is a fucking karaoke at best. He's a karaoke fucking cover singer. All he sings is songs that are been out, remakes. That's why he's best. He's a karaoke singer at best. We made him a fucking singer for real. Me and Pun, when we wrote whatever we wrote, and he sung it, because he got our swag from us, nigga. He got everything from us. We let him in that circle. You know what I'm saying? It was me and Pun that was running with the style we was having. You know what I'm saying? It was us in full of clips. You know what I'm saying? Triple Six also. Triple Six had a different style. He had a slower style. But it was me and Pun. It came really naturally who we was. That's why the team was, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it was. From the rhyming to the real life. So, and then Pun wrote the hooks all the time. I'm the one who put them in Still Telling Lies. You know what I'm saying? To get them out there. I had love for that little bastard.
Yeah, he said that you don't rep Pun right and you riding off his coattails.
What do you think? What do you think since my years of me doing me throughout this industry. And you heard
I
every
think
time
that
I talked about
you're the
pun.
only one that has made songs about pun and really like
But
rep
not
him.
yeah, but besides the song, on that level, in real life, like your interviews before me in the past, how do I represent my brother?
You always talk about him. You always try to honor him.
That's it. And that's it. That's what. If that's wrong, then these niggas is just fake fucking fat niggas that don't belong. I never belong with these fucking hoes. Never did. Never did. But that was how life played out. So
So talk about the new single, Miami. How did that song come about?
Miami.
It's a
Para allá
smash
quiero
too,
ir.
because I heard it before anybody's really before come out, and I had that shit stuck in my head, and I kept on listening to the record over and over.
Yeah, we don't have to do a rundown to my new songs because I know we still on this fucking beluga shit, but it's okay. We go back from time to time to address them, but we gonna make our main topics like we are. We just talking about the rest of the world, and we gonna definitely do a song shit to get my new songs out there to help motherfuckers understand and go to the actual talent of things.
Right.
The Miami, I did that. I did 3 of them joints. I did like 3 joints that like I said, I'm thinking ahead. So I'm thinking like the chess player now, like I should have been thinking. In chess, you think at least 10 moves ahead, you be a master. So this is like there's something like that. Like the Missing Link project is like a 10 step ahead thing that I already thought of. You know what I'm saying? A while ago. So when I did Miami, I did it. You know, I always thought about when New York be too cold, and now motherfuckers always used to be like, I wish I was in Miami. You know what I'm saying? They'd be up here in New York, freezing with the fucking snow, and niggas be wishing they'd be like, oh, I wish I was in Miami, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? New Yorkers, that's how we think. And we usually go. Like, you know what I'm saying? When niggas get vacations, they usually travel to Miami. So I seen myself, you know what I'm saying, me being Cuban, and actually stepping in the Key West when I first came here. That's always been like my second home. So, you know, and I'm Cuban. That's where the rest of the Cubans are besides Cuba. And it's 90 miles away. So Miami always held a special place in my heart. And I wanted to do it like I'm trying, like, you know what I'm saying, like on some old New York Cuban type style, where we're saying, I'm motherfucking freezing in New York. The video starts like that, then I jump in the car, really with the crew, and we do like an eagle formation, you know what I'm saying, with the drones, looking at 95, or all of us driving to Miami, and we have a blast until we reach Miami South Beach, and we enjoy it, scooters, you know, the motherfucking, the jet skis, and it's just a fun time, you know what I'm saying, and we go to Club Live and all of that, and you know what I'm saying, and we just enjoy, just like Will Smith when he did the Miami joint, to celebrate Miami. And then me, I've just added the actual hood parts to it. You know what I'm saying? The county a day. I went in depth, and because I really spent time in Miami, so I know my niggas from out there. And you can't go to Miami without representing the foundation first. And the hood is always the foundation. You know what I'm saying? So I showed them love, and it's a fun record. And I did that. Money Harm, actually, the guy singing the hook. I wrote the hook, but he sung it. He's the guy from the group The Product, that sung Maria, Maria. That's actually him singing on a hook with me. So
Wow.
Yeah, and that record is just, and I put him on because he really sang Maria Maria in Pun's funeral in front of us, in front of like the casket. And I told him I gotta use this guy for he's special to me. And I seen him, you know what I'm saying, later on in life. And we hooked up, and I told him, yo, I want you to do this for me. And he did it. And it's a fun song. It's definitely giving love and praising Miami for the fun I had in my life, and you know what I'm saying, being part of almost my blood, but you know what I'm saying, with the just the terrain, how it looks like Cuba, you know what I'm saying, the share the same water, and 90 miles from each other, and they share the same alike. It's like a mirror. They mirror a mirror of Cuba, but in the United States, especially with the Cuban people, you know, being there and making it like a little Cuba for me. You know?
So who produced it?
Oh, that was the guy that I bought that from BeatStars. Man, I got to get the guy who produced that, man, because we're about to really do what we do, and I got to get the names right, because I buy all the beats from BeatStars. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a producer came and he rolls with me or nothing. So, you know, BeatStars is definitely like a big shopping mart, a shopping mall of beats. You know what I'm saying? Whatever mood you in, you just press it up, and you just go down the line. It's a billion beats that you could search from, and it's hot ass beats that day, man. And I started doing that a lot because I stopped counting on other motherfuckers to make me a beat or be around me with other people. So I said, you know what, I could do this dolo, man. Just go buy a beat like I'm shopping and shit. I throw in whatever mood I'm in. I search 1,000 beats and I look for the one that I take. And that's what happened.
Are you gonna make a music video for it?
I'm making a music video for all the songs that you heard. Because right now it's just like the sneak preview. But it's gonna get really done when the shit kick in. And which is soon. It's gonna have videos to everything I did. It's gonna be really a budget behind it so it could get marketed and y'all gonna hear about the Cuban Link project. So right now I'm just doing what I could to let y'all hear it. So it's still really a sneak peek, the preview to hear, because I gotta advertise, I gotta market myself. I have to let y'all know I'm still here. And people been asking me for music for a long time, think that I'm just in this novella shit, talking shit about the other guys, and I'm not working. Like, what I'm saying? I've been working, and what I'm saying? And I've been putting out music too, but I think that the story always catches them more attention than the actual music, because the music is not really getting the economical push that it needs right now, and it's not in front of their faces like the story is. And that's what it is. I want to get the music to be really more in front of the face. So that comes with the marketing, that comes with the plan, that comes with the energy of, us moving, my business team moving as strong as, the street team is. So that's the only
right.
thing.
And you'll have me in the music videos and everything, dancing.
Oh, no, it's going to, yeah. The visuals are going to have exactly whatever mood we're feeling in there, to the times 100. You know what I'm saying? We're going to really bring out, the beauty of the actual element that makes that song great, which is the fun. It's just, the people, Miami, the Cuban.
Yeah, I want to be in the Miami one for sure, okay? With a bunch of hotties and stuff, you know what I mean? Dancing,
Wait till fucking Mama Panda comes through with the fucking with the bamboo stick it up your ass and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, man. But we could definitely.
You can have me in a skit or something. You know what I mean? You know how they used to shoot the music videos? There'd be like either the intro or the midway where it's just like a cut scene. I could be in that.
You could be in any. Listen, what you gonna use to cover your face? Because nobody see your face. But where you gonna come as a big
just
giant
pretend that. No. We just pretend that I'm actually holding the camera, going towards you, and you hear my voice in the background or something. You know what I mean? I'd be like, cut.
What was that?
You five bitches, over here.
Tool Time. Who was the nigga they could never see? Tool Time? The nigga in the backyard?
Oh, I forgot. I forgot the name. I know what you're talking about, though.
That's what you want to be, right? You want to be him? He always covering his face and shit. No, but just wear your John Panda head, man. You know what I'm saying? John Panda head and you chill. They're going to know the Panda is gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Right. To bring it back to Tony, right? What did you think about the 2 Instagram stories that he put up that was a response to your video?
Which one?
When you were talking about his baby mama and all this stuff, And,
I didn't see it.
Okay. So the Instagram post, he put one up and he's like looking at the free promo, like, and a big old smile. And then another one, he said that don't play with me, bitch, play with your bitch or something like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I met that young lady that I'm talking about. It was a young lady when we met. And like I said,
it's so crazy because I've heard about her for a long time because people never say anything good about him in the comments, bro. I've never really seen anyone defend him, right? People from the block, they always say, I remember when Tony was using, he would come around, he ruined that girl's life and everything. He got her hooked on H. Like, they would say things like that. They would be like, I remember they got their kids taken away. He's still not in their lives and stuff. And like, he's got 4 to 5 baby mamas. Like, these are what people are saying allegedly in the comments. Okay. I don't know if it's true. I never knew if it was true or not, but a lot of people said that in the comments. And then when you told that story though, I was like, oh shit, this is what people were talking about.
See, but it was a whole different timing. And then that young lady, like I said, it was, I think it was after a club. One day, and we went to my man's crib afterwards. She came with with her crew, a little crew of girls, and she was a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, and I heard she was fine.
She was a beautiful young lady, and she was cool and all of that. And like I said, we didn't trace that. You know what I'm saying? We went to the room, me and her did whatever we did, but she was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Fat ass, like tits, a beautiful face, and it was what we, like I said, we call, you know what I'm saying? What we did. You know what I'm saying? On some groupie shit, you know what I'm saying? On a moment part shit. That's all I know. Didn't even, never ever chilled with her again after that. And no, after me and Joe, our split from the terror squad, that Tony had a fucking, like anything with her. I never seen this girl again in my life. But, you know what I'm saying? I remember her. And then I walked into that, you know what I'm saying? Them projects in Far Rockaway that day. You know what I'm saying? To go and hook up and reconcile with me and Tony's situation. Came with the, you know, niggas from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Danny Loco, he was putting that together. Gilly was there. Tell Gilly to tell you the story. I think Sing Sing was there. My man said, and you know, say Little Heck was there. I might have to bring Little Heck to just say what he says. I know they don't want to do shit like this. You know, I still fuck with the rest of my niggas. I don't have Little Heck to say the truth, man. See, y'all niggas believe me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've been telling the truth so much, y'all niggas think it's lies. So when we walked in there, I told you I seen what I seen. Never thought I would see that. I ain't see Tony in a while either. Like, flesh to flesh, face to face. I didn't see him in a minute. Close to probably like 7, 8 years. It's the first time I see him. You know what I'm saying? And I walk in the house, project, straight up, roaches around, you know what I'm saying? Kids going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like 5 of them running around with Pampers. She's trying to put one baby to sleep in her arms, you know. And that's when I first looked. And I look like that, and then I look down on the couch, I see Tony with no shirt on, whatever, almost naked, but he got, you know, some shorts. With the fucking, I'm telling you, the gas mask that he had, like it was a bunker underneath the ground. He was.
But you said that they both were on something, right?
Let me tell you the story, giving you the visuals. I look down, I see Tony, somebody going, right, with the extra big shit. His head is, like the top is big, but the mask part covered the whole fucking front face. So it was like Prometheus at his best. Little baby, a little baby like that, like I told you, preemie or whatever it was. She was baby then. He had the baby. This shit looked like something out of a science fiction movie. I looked down, I was like, oh shit, what's up, twin? Like with the extra, I'm gonna die face, I'm about to die, but I don't know if, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit, damn. I was like, what's up, baby? How you doing? I felt sorry for him. So I was like, what's up, my nigga? How you doing? What's up, man? Get up. What you doing, man? Then I looked, he was getting up slowly. She went to come and pick up the baby from his chest. So when she came, she was like this, like that. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Like that. I was trying to be courteous and humble. When she looked, she went, hi. And when I looked, I was like, shot him. Jesus Christ, this is this motherfucker from back in the days of Smileys. I ain't saying nothing. I was like, oh, okay. Tony's still getting up, whatever. He got up, was like, what's up, my nigga? Give him a hug, whatever. Yeah, you good? Whatever. Mad noise. All this is happening to everybody. And then me, you know, Gilly, everybody, we came in the house. So I was just like flooded with shit. You know how it be. Them niggas, you don't clean the house. You know, fucking packages over there. Half a fucking sandwich on the floor. It was dirty. It was a trap house. Looking like, you know what I'm saying, a real fucking whack. And I felt sorry for the kids. Because in my head, as a father, I'm like, how the fuck can people live like this? Because in these conditions, they let their kids be like that. And Tony at that, he knows better. He knows better in my head, right? Or he must be really going through some shit. Felt sorry for him, went to the hallway, spoke to him about whatever. I said, yo, my nigga, let's just do this, whatever. Because he was copping pleas. So you know, I always love you. You know, the bullshit with the weakest face you could ever put on. Like he's about to die tomorrow if you don't say it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't fucking reconcile something. That's how he was saying it. And forgave him. But the young lady, she was looking like cracked out. The girl
So
that I'm,
the total shell of what she used to look like before.
yeah, it was a whole different. It was when, you know, we know when a substance, you know, a drug got the best of somebody. You know what I'm saying? You see them, whether it's coke, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, dope, whether it's, you know, crack. You know when the drug is out of there, like it's taking control, and they just lost. And because they're addicted. You know what I'm saying? So I know that they had a drug problem in there, and I'm not making fun of that. As far as that, when I do it to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a punk fuck. Even a crackhead, or without being a crackhead, he'll still put that mask on and ask for mercy from me. Because that's what he did. He was asking for mercy. But I had more mercy for the way surroundings, the kids, for a mother that's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? For the house itself. Like, how the fuck could you be living like this? And in my head, I'm like, didn't you choose Joe's side? Like, because you didn't choose my side. You didn't come with me. You was talking shit. Joe, this is what Joe, you left. You cut my ties off, and you chose at the time, because remember he went with Joe because he wanted to follow his career and all that, and he made that choice. And then he started talking shit about me. I want to beat him up, and then my people told me that this work on business is more productive, so I gave that a shot. That's why I was there. But in my head, I'm like, this is what the fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, after that, I'm thinking he saw, damn, nigga, Joe left me for dead, nigga. There's no excuses to go back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knew I was like this, look. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't do that. So at the end of the day, he the one who made that castle. That was it. He the one who brought that young girl and brought it to that world and made the kids really be in that situation because he was in control of that. So, you know what I'm saying? As a man and as whatever. Don't give a fuck if you don't got no money, nigga. Broke, whatever. You don't have that. Like that. You don't put your kids to that. You don't raise your kids like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe that. So that's what I saw. And that young lady, the reason I'm saying that, and I hope she get better if she's still in that. And
I actually saw somebody from that block that said in the comments that the last they saw her was a few years ago, like riding around on a scooter, looking like a zombie, which was really unfortunate if that's true. You know,
but you see how and you see how Judas, Tony fucking baloney shine. If anything, that's your baby mother. Go help her, you fucking piece of shit.
Well, they said that he's not in those kids' lives anymore either, or hasn't been.
It doesn't. It's their kids. It's still his kids. And he talking about shining with money, how many gold chains he got, why he's dressed in all brand name shit. I'm a bum. Go take care of your kids.
I know, but to be fair, this is what people are saying in the comments that are from that area.
I believe them. I believe them because I know him, that piece of shit. That's it. But you know what's beautiful about it? Because regardless of those beautiful creatures that he created with her, I hope one at least grows up and becomes a successful, law-abiding citizen, somebody big beyond dreams, from where his father had left him. Because that's what usually happens. The more tougher shit you got, some of us, we just get stronger, even as kids. And they use that motivation to become, who they become. And that's going to be the karma that he faces at the end of the day, because that's blood. I don't give a fuck. That's blood. You know what I'm saying? Forever.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And so we was talking about friendship, what he did with me is friendship, not my blood, friendship, what he did and how far he is. But that's his blood. Look what he's doing with his blood. So at the end of the day, nonstop smacked him with a cock for that reason.
And during our interview, he actually posted another post on IG saying free promo, hashtag when the hate don't work, they start telling lies, hashtag that boy's sick.
He's back on the shit. Listen, we get to the end of that chapter. The reason that, he keeps on is because I heard the footage, so I knew that's why he was talking about me behind my back. You know what I'm saying? But if you let him tell it in front of the camera, he'll tell you that he never promotes me. He's the victim. So I'm giving you an example why I gave him what he deserved and even more. And the reason I brought his wife here into it, because it's just true. You know what I'm saying? And when I said that, I brought his wife here, it's because maybe this nigga mine is like he's been that jealous. You know what I'm saying? That or maybe that was in his heart, that he made his wifey somebody that I slept with before if he knew. And if he didn't know, he found out later. And he got mad at the fact that I did that. I never knew that they got together ever. The first time I told you, they had like 3 kids already once I seen that. And you know what I'm saying? And there was already, there was already zombies at the time. So that was a surprise to me. That's why I felt more sorry. Like, God damn it. In my head, I'm like I said, I'm like, this nigga looks like fucking, you know, like Prometheus went to another planet and he married an alien that I fucked in fucking planet Jupiter. And the babies that come from the, you know, from the shit with Tom Allen, with the movie, with the little crazy. Anyway, that's my mind. But I'm sure he knew that, you know what I'm saying? She'd been around us before, but I never seen, like I said, never seen her with him ever in front of me, or 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 knew that they had any ties. The first time I was there, and they already had kids. So this was happening while he was with Joe.
Right. So
So
it wasn't
she
like
went,
a,
she
it
went,
wasn't
yeah.
like a that's why I fucked Joe bitch type of shit. Like it wasn't like
No, it
that.
wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. But I'm seeing maybe that's why he got that much hate for me, or maybe that turned him on. Like I'm gonna take this nigga's seconds. Like, you try to be like me or what? You know what I'm saying? If he knew. Did she tell you that? I'm sure she probably told you that. She said, I don't know if she told you or not, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't desire nothing bad about that. They got kids. But it's like, you got kids with somebody like that, then you start thinking maybe you grew hate for me because, you know what I'm saying? I banged her before. You know? But like I said, man, niggas got different ways of operating. I don't do no bitch shit. I told you a real story. And that's another attempt of me, after he already crossed the line to me. Others stepped in for me to forgive him, and I did.
Right. Because let's be fair, okay? Because you held on to this for a long time. You held on to this for a long time. Like, I mean, you had it in the clip and like you didn't let it out for a while, right? Because I mean, a lot of people were like, man, what else do you have to expose after the whole cock slap situation, you know?
I got more. Do you understand me? I got more. It's just my like I said, the love between me and that bitch ass nigga is done. It's never gonna be anything that nobody could say. Nobody. It's been understood. He showed me who he was. I showed him who I was. And I also told you and showed you who I was. And I told you what he's done. These are stories that, for the youth and for those that, you know, are supposed to believe me, understand about humans and people. You know what I'm saying? Like the Judas situation, like I told you, this is some Judas shit. This is like a motherfucker that you know what I'm saying, you could have love for them and they could be acting like they love you. They're supposed to have love for you because you know you was there for certain things about them. So then it's not mandatory that they're gonna do this thing for you. They could be like that. Like hold back, like hate the fact that you helped them. Because they can't live with the fact that, oh, why he getting all this attention? I'm not. That shit is in niggas' minds sometimes. And
Or it could be also that it's hard for them to live with knowing that they did you dirty.
No, because if a real nigga get humble himself and try to make it right.
Right. No, I know, I understand that, but I'm saying that sometimes people turn their guilt the other way, you know, because they can't deal with it.
But we already know he's weak because he went to drugs. I already knew that he was weak already. He was one of those dudes. And he started using at a young age. When he got slapped with a cop, he was already just sniffing coke. You know, so don't act like he was a little baby. He was already sniffing coke, and then like he was down with a gang, you know, punching bums in the face. He was already doing street shit back then. So those are saying that he was like little, no, nigga, it was men already. He was fucking the roofs and everything at that time. So it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? I already know he's type of weak nigga. You know, he goes to drug and you know what I'm saying, to numb his pain or to cure his vein, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? And he goes all the way with it. He goes zombie style almost. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas could just go try it and get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to Charlie Rock. You know what I'm saying? That's what his thing was. And he had an excuse that he did fucking 30 fucking thousand years in jail. You know what I'm saying? At least understand that. And his mom passed away. And you know what I'm saying? This nigga had the world by everything. Pretty boy, you know what I'm saying? Fucking singing, niggas fucking love him, protect him. He's with a real crew, you know what I'm saying? Give him a shot to sing. He over here sucking balls and fucking roofs, you know, doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? But once again, he chose Joe. the path he ended up in. You know what I'm saying? I could have ended up like that. Never did, right? Never did the drug thing like that. You know, see me about Cuban being a fucking dad only in here. Y'all niggas talking because y'all can never walk it. But you never heard that of Cuban. Cuban always been a warrior, fighting, still doing my thing, still doing my music, still doing things he's still being seen around the hood, who he really was and who still is. You know, go check out my track record.
So why do you think that he says those things about how he's got DMs from girls and guys and stuff like that, saying that you owe them money for coke and all that?
Because my nigga, that's what enemies do, and people that probably love you so much. It's people in the world that love you so much. That's why I said, hate will kill you faster than love sometimes. Because the love, when you don't show that somebody got love for you and they obsessed with the love that they got for you, they expect you to, you know what I'm saying, or they like you so much that they want you to like them back the same way you love them, they love you. And when you don't, because it's just not, just don't like you, like don't love you like that. Just don't be cool with me. Once you say that to them, automatically it becomes hate. You know what I'm saying? They expect something to you. You could be as real as you could to them and tell them, listen, man, I don't want a girl right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a girl. My shit. And you tell them that before you even do anything. You could be that real. You could tell them exactly who you are. Nah, man, I love my music. That's my bitch, my girl, my wife, that's my music. That bitch, whenever she says something, I got to jump and go where she want me to go. So I can't hold on a relationship like that. I know I can't do it. So I'd rather be single. You say that to a motherfucker, and then you give it a dick. You know what I'm saying? Or you tell a motherfucker, my nigga, this road is for me, my journey. I know I got to do this because you might know that they're not built to walk the same road with you because they got weaknesses and you can't afford to have. Or you don't want to put them in danger. So you actually saving them from stupid shit that they're going to blame you for later. So you be like, nah, I'm good. I'm dolo. You could do that to a dude and they're going to turn to hate. It's like you diss them.
So like, do you think that the DMs are real and the people are lying? Or do you think that Tony is making it up?
No, listen, it could be real. It could be not about no drugs. Ever about drugs.
No,
ever.
But I mean like the people are lying about the drugs that are DMing him.
Of course, 1,000% about drugs. Now, as far as like if you owe, everybody owe motherfuckers. I got a time, I got to pay. People here there. They used to be my friends. They probably got mad at me because I don't fucking I'm still on my shit. That at the end of the day, you get paid, motherfucker, when I got it. Then that's it. Shut the fuck up, hold me down. And if that makes you turn to my enemy and suck my dick. And later on, we could see each other. But at the end of the day, it's not like I trick niggas to get money from them or use drugs or got a drug dealer I owe money to or you see me selling my fucking jewelry for fucking drugs and you see me out there like a zombie. Never. So what the fuck can you tell me about me that I haven't said about myself or people don't know about me?
Now, Cuban, I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? But now since people view me almost like your right-hand man in a lot of situations, right? So they start reaching out to me.
Don't start your bullshit.
Try to say a whole bunch of crazy shit about you and whatnot, right?
Okay, wait. Before you say anything, do I tell you what they're gonna do?
No. But listen, okay?
Okay.
Like old groupies and stuff like that, bashing you, and then next thing you know, we see them in the comments bigging you up again until they get mad again. Then they switch back, and it's crazy.
So I know it happens. Because it happens with. What do you think? People don't hit me about Tony, about all the shit that they owe, the drugs that he took, drug dealers that I know that know him. They hit me. I don't use that. I know. I'm using what I've seen. I'm telling you stories of what actually happened in front of me. If I go into the DMs and find out about, come on, man, I could do what I do, but that's just what the only thing he has is what he's gonna go to other people now to help him.
No, because he says it like, because I'm a stand-up guy, I'm not going to expose you. That's the way that he puts it, though.
But listen to me. I think we know already. It's enough time spent. But he already got busted how stand-up he is. He got smacked with a cock. He don't want to admit it. It's in a crack house, and I forgive him. And, you know what I'm saying? And he got stuck up with my chain, and he owes me money for that chain. The day I went out with a Mac to try to get my chain back, and he was fucking scared to death. And he doesn't admit it.
Cuban, to be fair, though, okay, if the story about the cock slap is true, okay, allegedly.
Holy shit.
Wait. But if it's true, right, who would want to admit to that?
Doesn't matter.
Especially not somebody famous would want to admit to that.
We never admit it, but at the end of the day, you go, let me give that man the props that he says, because he's saying, besides he's saying that I'm saying the truth, let me just say, I bow out gracefully. Give me my respects.
I can understand that.
Say that. Don't go now harder on that I'm lying and trying to find things that has nothing to do with a cock slapping you, and trying to find other things about me, why the people should never believe me because of this and I'm lying. Because I can't bring more proof out for the cock slap already than the actual cock that slapped him. Unless you already introduced the face of the guy who slapped him. Now, you want the cock to do an interview too? Because I tell nonstop, yo, my nigga, just pull out your cock and just do a one-on-one. And so let the cock speak for itself. Like, that's the only thing that's left. Because if you ain't believing me, then it is what it is. I think it's just crazy.
Well, he called Nonstop a bozo and said that you got a fake guy to go up there and do that. But honestly,
I'm not gonna go deeper than that to fucking try to prove that. That's, Nonstop is, from us from back in the days. Like, he's down with us, and he raised practically Tony. He used to smack Tony in the back of the head when he was going up like a little son. I'm not gonna prove that no more.
But it's it's also another situation of a very elaborate story that would be hard to make up, like you said in the past. Who's just sitting around thinking about this type of situation happening, though?
Doesn't matter. He violated my eyes when I seen that. That nigga was part of something that violated my fucking youth. I never said it because, I have respect, and we grew up together, and I was helping my man, and many times. My nigga, we've been in the game for a long time. I never said the story. I could have said it, right? I could have said all of this.
The cock slap story?
Nigga, the cock slap, the me fucking banging the wifey, his wifey later on to be, I could have said all of this, right? I could have been said this. Right. He made a record about me, dissing me. He went to this, he did that.
Shots fired.
Yeah, so I could have did that. It's just that me personally, I just had it up to, what I'm saying? So I couldn't stand it no more. And that he deserves it. And when I seen him in person, me seeing him in person is one thing. I'm like, which is this nigga. But now they're professional fucking hiders, and they know how to talk from distances and make lies up. Now it's like, oh, you want me to play this game? You want me to really talk about something? I'm gonna give you something to remember. And with the same memory, I'm trying to fix who you are now. Because you definitely got a mirror that's fucking from the fun house, or fucking, it doesn't show who you really are. He's tricking you on who you are if you're looking at that mirror. Let me put that real mirror up for you. You know what I'm saying? That Cuban mirror don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So let me put that mirror up with this motherfucking stories, with these two real stories that happen in your life, and see if you really have the balls to fucking say they're not true. Because the more you say it's not true, the more it's going to eat you inside. It's going to eat everything. You're going to get sick again, and you're going to be, scratching your arms again, and you're going to go check out, hey, dope man, hope you're sick. You're going to be on that corner looking for that, and I don't want that to happen, but just say the truth.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen either.
Say the truth, because that's how it goes. That's how it goes, because it's stressed out people, they can't take the world. They try to run away from their fucking problems. And he might be thinking, oh, they're going to laugh at me. They're all going to laugh at me. And then that's when the needles start chasing them and they sleep. And it's like, needle. And he's running. And then the needle catches them in the corner. And once again, they wake up in Pebble Beach, Roof City, two fucking, cops dragging them down the steps. So wake up right now before that shit happens for real. Acknowledge your shit. Salute realness when you fucking feel it and see it and hear it. And you know what I'm saying? Put some motherfucking respect on my name, motherfuckers. Maybe then you can get away from that fucking devil that you got you in this motherfucking grasp.
In the newest audio that was leaked, Tony was saying that you were saying F Liza behind the scenes and you were on Joe's D. What is he talking about?
He's talking about that venom that he got in his throat, He's just possessing him to say things that doesn't really, have no value to it. And made up. Never in my life said fuck Liza in my life. Never. It's the contrary. You know what I'm saying? I hold Liza, always did, represent the Rios family with all my heart, you know what I'm saying, with all my love. So I was one of the voices deep in the sewers that y'all probably heard, not as loud because of the situations. They didn't let us get the big podiums, but I was always championing, you know what I'm saying, the whole legacy of pun. And, Liza was going through her things and still going through, what I'm saying, her struggle, saying as far as the business go. And, never had no agenda for any money, for any fame, for anything of value, except them getting a chance. You know what I'm saying? Little Chris Rivers, baby pun to get his shot at doing this rap thing and, and doing his father proud and them just living a happy ever after life, you know what I'm saying? So and I want nothing. I never wanted nothing and still don't want anything except that. You know what I'm saying?
But you got okay, two things from this, right? Why would you use the family of, your dead brother, right? He considers Pun his brother. Why would you use his family as a way to diss you and say that you over here saying F Liza and his family and, Pun's family and all that? That's crazy if that's like the route he's really taken.
Brother, I mean, I already depicted some things that he done, that he has said, that, not even a million years I would thought somebody would be able to say with a straight face to somebody who was so instrumental in his career and his life and things I've done for him. So he's already, like I told you, I'm done. I'm done with, there's no sorries he could come back from. He's done crossed that line. He turned into Judas and he's a walking, what I'm saying, he's a walking just piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? He's already been there. He showed enough. He has no compassion. He has no love. He has never had love. He always had the traits of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Cutting throat. He used to get mad. Now I know he was mad about me even protecting him and saving his life. Some people are like that. They can't see. That's the only thing I could think of. What I'm saying? To make up things like that when he knows himself. What I'm saying? How I introduced him to Pun. I introduced all them brothers to Pun. All of them. It was me and Pun. I used to hang around, what I'm saying, where I used to hang out with, which is Forest, Ranch, what I'm saying, and my Littlevilles, my projects. So I'm the one who took Pun over there. I'm the one who, what I'm saying, introduced Pun to that side of town. I even linked him with Joe. I told you the story where I introduced him.
Right, right.
So what I'm saying, at the end of the day, they don't want to give me even that. That's how much they hating on me. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all can see that clearly.
What's also crazy though is like every real Terror Squad fan, right? They know that of all the people that's been championing the Rios family the most is you. So it's hard to imagine you even being the one to say F Liza out of everybody.
They only got mouths because they got lips, man. They only talk that shit because they got lips. You know what I'm saying? So, just don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to even defend that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? See, me, if that was me and I heard that this type of situation, if I was Liza, then because sometimes, I'll be like my truth that I've been stating and saying for years, it's people that could easily get on the mic and just confirm it. They just don't want to get involved in shit. So I got to keep on, getting hit with this from left to right about niggas when they lie about me. So ain't nobody, really step up. Now, if he gets like his, whatever, the other guys to go and say, yeah, he didn't know Liza, and they start saying that, you got some people who's going to believe them because they, the numbers, they got more numbers than me. And they're over there, doing an agenda just because they hate. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? So this is me, an example for years, how the truth stands alone and represents alone. And it takes a little longer. That's why it's taking a little longer to break through all the lies, because I've been doing this shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I've been spitting the truth by myself, and my truth, obviously, got some people shook. Even the ones that know that are true. I know it got them shook. The enemy shook. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different story once you put the truth to it. You're gonna see the bad intent that the other ones had. You know what I'm saying, for the business side of it. So that's why they protecting it. That's why they trying to assassinate my character for all these years. But
Right, because if you look at it though, right, like okay, the Big Pun celebration of life in Chicago,
mhm.
You were the only one that was there from TS,
Yeah.
right?
But even that wasn't something that we said. Let's get, maybe the rest of them. Like I did a show before, like with Armageddon, Say's Prospect. Pop was trying to do something like that, and I told him, "God, even tried." You know what I'm saying? But he reached out, uh, and I think they didn't want to do it, whatever, because whatever it was. But
But I'm saying like that, and then like say the when Big
that
Pun
was
got
Pop. That was
his
Pop.
right.
That was really actually Prince of Pain. He put that together to honor.
But
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying that
Pun.
you were the only one that showed up to that, right?
Me,
And
me, Liza,
right,
Chris. You know what I'm saying? And the real family. Vanessa
right. That's what I mean. But you're
Star
the only one from TS that showed up to that, right? And then you look
Yeah.
at the Big Pun,
And Tony Touch. Tony Touch showed up. You know what I'm saying? Shout
right?
out to Tony Touch.
And then the Big Pun Plaza, right?
Mm-hmm.
TS. Did anybody else from TS show up to that?
Not that I know of. I know I went. Dolo that represented.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is that like it's hard to imagine that you would say that about Pun's family when you are like the only one that's showing up for these key events.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, I do this shit from the heart. I don't do this shit for y'all could say, oh, but he was there, he wasn't. Because that's easily, Joe could say some bullshit that he could buy out certain things and do certain things that money could buy and act like he's representing Pun. And that's not the sense. Either way, it'll be like, he's not. He was doing it in a business sense. He was taking money from a business thing. And that was all he was to Pun. It was business. And you could tell. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is that when it's real, you could tell and you could feel it. You know what I'm saying? What I say, my content of my words and my stories are the key fucking facts that y'all should look and listen to. You know what I'm saying? Of how what kind of truth I'm saying and what I'm stating and how I'm stating it. You know what I'm saying? From songs, from my work to interviews when I talk about my brother. You know what I'm saying? So and the actions also that I back it up with. You know what I'm saying? You do the same with them guys. You know what I'm saying? You do your diligence and check out what they done. And I bet you nothing doesn't compare to what I've done. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take no money to do what I do. I do it from the heart. Y'all could tell.
And then Tony also said that you wrote Flowers for the Dead before Pun passed, and he was acting like he was against you rewriting it for Pun, and that he went in there and helped you do that.
It's crazy, delusional. And I think that's when he started smoking crack, and nobody knew. That's what happened there. I think at that time is when he smoked the crack. It made him just think that he did that. Because there's nothing ever that he ever helped me with when it came to that song. That song was me and Domingo, salsa singer, that I said it. And I wrote that way before Pun passed. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my first songs that I wrote. That's my first 5 songs for the 24 Karat album. Um, I wrote that whole song myself, from the hummings to the words to the hook to I told you the only thing I changed. Actually, I told you Pun heard that. I played that for Pun. Flowers for the Dead. That was just a song from my album that rounded off the whole album. It gave it, you know what I'm saying, give the respects to people who passed away. I never lost somebody close to me at that time. So what I was writing was me imagining how I would feel as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I even, the second verse had a story about me losing a girlfriend, and I broke my heart in a car accident. So that was the second verse. That's the only verse that changed. And that's the one that I wrote for Pun later. I rewrote that second verse and I added Pun because he passed, and we dedicated that song to Pun.
So
I
the
dedicated that song
first
to him.
and the second verse you rewrote.
No, the second verse only. First verse stood the same. The only thing I had to do is add Pun's name in there.
Well, technically you rewrote it a little bit then.
No, but rewriting something is like what I did for the second verse.
Mm,
Twin, we've been best friends ever since we were little kids. You know what I'm saying? All of that was there already.
gotcha.
And me going through the hospital bed, you know what I'm saying? Your wife and pet, all of that was there. Because I'm thinking of a friend that I lost, so I was imagining that. But, I never, like I said, I never lost nobody close to me at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know the pain of loss, of losing somebody. But I fucking wrote that like I did. You
But do
understand?
you think that that's kind of crazy?
It is
That
crazy.
it's almost like you had a premonition,
It's cr-
almost like
yeah, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's strong respectful because of that. And you know what I'm saying? And it's definitely, magical. for a long time, you know what I'm saying, I was like, it creeped me a little bit, creeped me out. I didn't like performing too much because of I noticed backstories, like, God damn. But then, you know what I'm saying, like, that was the bond me and my brother had. That was the bond, that was the love I had for him. And you know what I'm saying, and how we was connected, you know what I'm saying, spiritually through music also. You know what I'm saying? And it's only right. You know what I'm saying? When you find a brotherhood like that, that's how deep it goes. And I'm testament to it. I'm telling y'all what happened. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, he was Superman to me. I didn't expect him dying. There's nothing in my life that ever wanted my brother ever to die. So I know that, and we all sure that. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a premonition, definitely through music that came through my pen and pad. Now, you know, if you ask my enemies, they're gonna fucking try to take away all my credit for that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see that, you know, God gave me the gift through music like this that incredibly. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to, you know what I'm saying, put that up there and be like, wow, that was crazy. And go deep into it and put it as part of one of them songs that, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be respected like that on the top. Like I'm Missing You and all of those. That's still one of the biggest songs that, you know what I'm saying, that plays in funerals to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's no accolades that state that to the world. It's no hip hop, you know what I'm saying, podium that says that about, you know, Flowers for the Dead that Cuban Link, you know, wrote. And 25% of that goes to Rio's family that I gave to them for the single when it sold. All of those things that was done, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and then they stopped playing it when me and Joe went through it with our situation, and you know, they made sure that single didn't get played as much.
You know what's crazy is that I saw an interview of Tony Sunshine on Hip Hop Uncensored, I think it was, where they're like, "Hey, can you tell us about Flowers for the Dead?" And like, you know, you were on that song, right? And he got really awkward. He was like, "No, that
Yeah,
was Domingo. That wasn't me, or
talk
whatever. I
like this.
hadn't."
He said he got a lift. I
Yeah,
sound nothing like him.
and he said that I had nothing to do with that song.
Yeah, yeah.
So you said that you had nothing to do with the song, but then now you on audio saying that you helped rewrite it, or you know, you did this and that.
Another example how the snakes move behind the scenes. That's why he was mad at Warcraft. You know what I'm saying? And I call him Warcraft now out of just playing around with him. I don't want to even keep going with him because he took his stuff down. I think he got the point. I don't
He
want to
took
even
it
keep.
down.
I seen him take down the stuff. I didn't see them more. I don't see him talking about it no more.
Mm.
So, you know, after I said what I said, and I told him about, you know, when I made that statement about, you know, that if you got beef with Panda, you got beef with me and all of that. I'm serious. I'm taking it. You know, I think him and Latin Pain, Warpath and Latin Pain, I think respected it, and they kept, you know, they doing what they need to do, and then that's it. And it's not me. You know, I love to joke, man. I love to joke like anybody else, even more. You know what I'm saying? But a joke is a joke, man. You know what I'm saying? We start using laughter to fuck my point up, or to water down my point like I'm a liar, or like you make certain jokes that are demeaning me. That's when I have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? And when I see traits of, oh, you, damn, you know, you getting close to me like this. I don't see Joe give you love like I gave you. I don't see the other side giving you love like I gave you. You know what I'm saying? On some business shit alone, just you know what I'm saying? On giving you even the time to find out whatever you want to ever find out about. You know what I'm saying? The terror squad of me through my eyes. So I don't see them doing that, giving you that love that I'm giving you, or that we giving you. You know what I'm saying? Because you gave them love too. So have a little more respect and a little more, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Respect on our names when you talk about us, man. And me, especially me.
Do you think that was planned, or you think that phone call really got leaked against his views?
I think it really got leaked.
I mean, against his will. Sorry.
I think it got leaked. I think he leaked it because he wasn't calling him. I believe that part. Uh, and I think Tony got mad at him because now the world could see and they could hear the hate he really has for me and how he really talks behind the scenes opposed to when somebody asks him about me in interviews or when he's, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes trying, you know what I'm saying, in his live, going live, the way he talks. And then he talks in an interview like he never ever like, you know, throw the pebble, throw the rocks in and hide his hand. You know what I'm saying? That was exactly what he talks. All that venom he had right there was what he was spewing to other people. And other people respect him because they're his friend and they, you know what I'm saying, and whatever it is. But you know, he poisons the minds of others when they talk when they hear my name, and that's just Tony. Remember, you got the big beluga. He has an ocean that he's already poisoned with a lot of his fucking sperm cells. As far as his hate too in his ocean. You know what I'm saying? So you know, uh, just know that I'm here and I'm telling y'all the truth, and I've been telling y'all the truth. And I don't want no fucking medal at the end of the day. And the only medal is like, yo, just get the truth. And that's in my mind, that's going to set the fair playing field for me, so y'all can really get to hear, get back to the music and hear the talent. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm fighting for. 'Cause still this day, right now, till this day, it's a young lady in Florida that I'm doing business with that, they're still blocking. They're still blocking. You know what I'm saying? Through the business side.
How are they blocking?
They blocking. She has set up a radio appointment for me to do something, and somebody from that side, representing the Terror Squad, Fat Joe and them, had called up and said, to don't have me up there. You know what I'm saying? Let's not rock with Cuban. I don't want y'all to do that. And they certainly called back that young lady and they said, okay, cool, just cancel. Understand? So it's still that blackballing effect is happening.
So they
And that's
canceled
been,
the interview on you?
yeah,
Wow.
on 93 Jams. I don't even want to tell you that. 93 Jams out there. So I'm just trying to tell you. And it was some bitch, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't even know me, but he's working, you know what I'm saying? It's the puppet for that guy over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
And it's not hard to figure out who.
of course. And you know what I'm saying? You got the lost case over there. Whatever the fuck, the baloney, loaves the baloney. And guys like that, they're little puppies for you know what I'm saying, doing some fucked up shit for other people just to get to get like a higher position if they do things like that. Yeah, so it's incentives and stuff like that they got out there to come in between me and say my success when it comes to me doing our thing still to this day. So
Yeah, so let's remind people that this is 2023 we're talking about, that this is still happening. So people saying, Cuban, stop talking about it, just move on, just move on. This is not something that happened back in the day and it's like you didn't get over it yet.
Right.
This is something that is still happening, still affecting you till this day. So how do you expect somebody to move on when it's still going on?
And it's going on through the business side. Through me
Right.
moving to the business with those people that y'all don't see, like y'all see what y'all see as fans and people who watch the media and stuff like that. But there is those that you don't see that work the actual departments in this music thing, and those are the ones that I'm talking about that be stopping it because they get word from that the beluga to that to block me, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I've been telling y'all this. Y'all seen it through Nori. That was a perfect example. That's why I thank Nori, because he said it. He actually said it. He said I could never interview Cuban Link because my association with Joe. So just in that note, you can see how he could hurt my business or everybody he knows, what kind of message he'll be sending or what kind of message Joe been sending throughout the years about those that are his friends. And all of them are his friends. Top guys, middle, and then you got the little peons and the interns that do extra shit. You know what I'm saying? For just to get into that that society. And
The good graces.
Yeah, they're good graces. So they do extra. They jump out the window for them kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine that and put that in your head so you can understand what how I've been stressed with just that situation. And that's why all these times that I've been talking about blackballing and you know what I'm saying, fuck him, and I come out the way I do because that's how I feel, because that's the only weapons I could use. You know what I'm saying? To really defend myself and to put it out there to let y'all know what's going on. And I don't want y'all to feel sorry or nothing. Just listen. Nothing of that ever. No pity. No, none of that. None of that's ever been done by me for that reason. The reason is to get it out there so motherfuckers could be on point with that. And if they see that, even those guys that are not down with that, and they see that, they can stop that shit so I can get my fair shot. You know what I'm saying? So I can get my fair shot. Because at the end of the day, it was the opposite of that? It's what we know how to do real good. You know what I'm saying? Which was done already. I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just, you know what I'm saying, start doing other things to people that don't even know, that probably don't even know what the what's the what they're gonna get if they do certain things like that until they see it, because there's the other side is just pumping them with stupid fucking lies and gassing them to do things. You know what I'm saying? And that's wrong in any way you put it, because music is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, for the people, for the customers. I think that I earn my time and my spot in hip hop for y'all to hear my music, and I love doing this shit. Bottom line, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm nice at it. And that's it. I'm really, really nice at it. And I'm hyped up because of that. I want to get that product to y'all. I want to work with, you know what I'm saying, artists and things that deals with music, so I could help make that grand, you know what I'm saying, symphony. You know what I'm saying? Like that beautiful grand symphony that's timeless. You know what I'm saying? I love music that much. So that's why. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and I think that people don't realize, like, this is taking food out of your mouth, out of your family's mouth too, though. So for the people,
That's extra, yeah. But yeah.
no, but for the people that are just like, oh, just get over it. Why you still mad about it? They don't realize how, to the degree that it affects your life, though.
Well, they should really start listening to me. You know I don't just get on this and talk, you know, gibberish and anger. I talk with sense, and I use words maybe some don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I talk too fast when I put it in, you know, in certain kind of moods that I be in. You know what I'm saying? When I might lose you in context when I talk. You know what I'm saying? But if you listen real good and you clean out your wax out your ears, and you know you get past the you know the snaps where, oh, look how he looks, oh, look at that, oh, look how he's acting, oh, look, this nigga. If you stop looking at that and really listen to the words that I said for years, because I know I didn't always do that, right? I told you in many ways before, and I wouldn't be telling y'all this if it still didn't happen. If it still ain't happened, it still wouldn't be happening right now. I would never even get on that. I would have been like I was when I started. I was going already, you know what I'm saying, working on my stuff, and I'm making music, and y'all heard it. It's just that, you know, they did the oh shit, he's coming again, and let us fuck with his shit up again. And then when you get to that level where it's like you see that, I'm not nigga to stay shut. You know what I'm saying? But now they're getting exposed with actual proof. That's why Panda came in. And now Panda understands, because here, Panda, look at this. He sees the evidence. And I'm hoping, we hoping that y'all can see the evidence too, to the point of, you know, saying this nigga that doesn't deserve shit, to me, in my view, he took a lot, never gave back to the right ones. You know what I'm saying? He used so many people that had love. That's how it is. That's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Whether you think that he shouldn't be, that I shouldn't be talking about him, because no, nigga. And at the end of the day, I did the hip hop thing. I went to the battle. I was like, what's up? Then let's get on the mic and battle, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'll roast you. And he don't want to do that either for years. So, you know what I'm saying? What else to do?
Cuban, all right. This is a real question that fans have wanted to know, right? Okay. Somebody comes to do a celebrity boxing match. You and Joe, 1-on-1. Would you take it?
Would I take it? Not, I mean, it's hard to step. It's gotta match the seriousness and the realness of the fight, the money.
I thought you would have done it for free, honestly.
Nah, not with him. Not for cameras. I'll do it for free. Besides, no cameras.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, so that people understand, because they're gonna be like in the comments going, "Oh, I thought that he was just gonna do it for free. I thought you really about that life." But
Not
you're
for
saying
y'all,
that,
not
like,
for y'all,
if
not for
somebody
y'all.
is gonna
I'll do
be
it for me and him. I'll do it for free.
right, but you're saying
But
that if someone's gonna
you can
benefit
watch.
off of
Yeah,
it, then
hell
you
yeah.
need to benefit off of it. Like, it needs to be right. Okay, I got you.
And it's to be priced with what I'm gonna put what niggas owe me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? What I feel motherfuckers owe me, what the industry owes me, what the, you know what I'm saying? All the things that you know what I'm saying, I've been shunned from, and took it away from. So all that pain is going into that price. So
Right.
if you got maybe like 50 million, then yeah. How about that?
Nobody paying 50 million, man. Come on.
So nobody gonna get to see it. Or you gonna buy
I can see you getting paid maybe a couple million, but I can't see like that much.
Matter of fact, you just went up 100 million. It just went up 100 million. So when I get 100 million, we're gonna get that.
No, but don't you think that like that would be one way that you could guarantee that you get to fight him though, especially one-on-one?
We already fought him, my nigga. We fought him. He swung first.
I know, but I mean like in a modern day fight though. In a modern day fight.
But what is that for me to get even? Was that supposed to make me feel good that he gets a fair fight now with gloves? He gets a fair fight with gloves now, rules and time limits. And when I fought, he had the upper advantage. Yeah, he was cheating.
That's true.
Get the fuck out of here, man. The bargain.
We make it a 2-part event, okay?
If you do, there's gotta be like fucking like Mortal Kombat. You have to go. Yeah, it has to be it has to be a ticket that's been, a boat, a mysterious pirate ship that comes and pick both of us up, and we have to fucking be in a big arena with fucking,
But Cuban, if you made a couple million off of it, that would really help your life though. That would really take,
fuck you and your money, fucking little price, fucking value. There's no money that you could put on that, man. I don't give a fuck what you say. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about the money when it comes to that. It's never been about the money. I would have been sued. You understand that I could have been a millionaire if I would have took that route? It was never about the money. I understand what the fuck y'all niggas be thinking. Like, oh, but it's never been. Something is worth more than money. And I told you always, man. It's always been an honor. It's about, honor, fucking loyalty. It's about, being a stand-up dude, respect.
So you don't see any honor in beating him in a boxing match?
Yes, but I told you that if the people want to see that before I get, my closure, like behind the scenes, because that would be the first time you just gonna do this to get money. This is just to get money. Then this is not. It's gonna be the same. I'm gonna react the same way. We ain't fix nothing. I ain't getting no closure really. What do you think I could do with big ass fucking giant 20-inch gloves? You know what I'm saying? You want me to put some blades in here inside? Cheap. So then I just get the.
All right, fine. Forget the boxing match. Is a real street fight on camera.
Of course. What are you trying to do? You're trying to fucking get me like locked up, I think.
No. I'm saying that it's legal. You know what I mean? It's a legal fight. Street fight.
Listen.
It's a 2-part event. Okay. The second part is a rap battle. You and Joe on stage rap battling after the fight.
It'll become a business. It'll become a business. I mean, we could listen, I'm down for what the fuck ever. But it's never to help.
Oh, you know what's even better? A wrestling match. Then you tag TA in. You know what I mean?
Fucking George the Animal Steel against fucking Tito Santana right here. That's what we're gonna do now? Nah, it's never been that type of party when it comes to that. It's a serious issue. But once you want to put light on it and make a business out of it, then yeah, there could be a price. But the price is not what niggas expect, or I could see you get no nigga. The price is what I say. And if you can't do it, then bye-bye. I'll see you when I see it.
All right. So what do you think about bringing it back to Tony then and what you just said right now? Because, in the comments, they're going to talk about this, but they're going to say, why you never just showed up and got at Joe then? After all these years you've been saying all these things, right? Why not just pull up on Joe and really get at him then? You know where Up NYC is at. You know other places that he could be at. Why not just do that if it's really about that action?
Because at the end of the day, I'm not a psycho ass nigga that's a killer and a stupid person. I know I'm an artist and I love humanity, and I know about taking lives and letting live. I know how serious it is. I know how the enemy works with the streets, and he works with the cops, with law enforcement. I know a setup when I see it. I know the ones that's going, come on, come get me, in a publicized place, um, is usually a trap. Is usually enticing because he's scared.
Okay, so to bring it back to Tony and what he said about how, oh, you know where Up NYC is at, why not just pull up? All these years you've been talking about Joe, why not go actually do something? Because of what you just said previously about the fight and everything, and how, you know, you wouldn't do it without getting paid a certain amount. I know in the comments they're gonna say something. So why not do something all these years?
Basically, because I know what an enemy's trap is. I mean, when people say things like that, it's because they want you to do something uh, and go to jail for 100 years. You know what I'm saying? I know how my enemy works. Like I said, that's another reason why I love this music. And I'm sticking to just making music, but I see that, you know what I'm saying, the hate and the traps are still being set and the blocks are still being put in that side, in the business side to the music. And yeah, that would be a desperate move. That would be something like, you know, the, the students when they go into school and start shooting anything up. That's what they want me to do. Suicide mission. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not that stupid, never been that stupid. And you know, in the same kind of way, they know where I'm at. I never left the Bronx. Uh, and you know what I'm saying, they know I'm doing my music. So they whole tactic was to scare everybody into not fuck with me and change the minds of those that I'm a liar and assassinate my characters. That's their tactic that's been going on forever. So that's what they've been doing. I still believe my music talks louder than words. My actions that I've done speaks louder than words. The honor that I represented, me being who I am, going through all these years doing what I do about music, hip hop, speaks louder than words. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm not psycho ass killer thug nigga that was raised to just, you know what I'm saying, do that now. You know what I'm saying? To defend myself, of course I'll take your fucking head off right in front, right there in the spot if you're trying to harm me. You know what I'm saying? It took a long time for me to, not even a long time, because I did MOB records. I still had anger in me, but I still was with my music. Still going through channels, and they know how real I give it up. You know what I'm saying? There was situations like you said, you know, the hotel situation that I gave it up in the same way. Uh, you know, and the Vibe Awards, you know, but they know the confrontation with me, how I get down. You know what I'm saying? Now, am I going out of my way to do some crazy, you know, saying Kelly shit on that type of note? I mean, not really looking for it, not really going out of my way to gas people to do things or talk bad about behind the scenes, try to gas another nigga to go do that for me. Because I know the consequences of that. I know how serious it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm a level headed dude nigga at the end of the day. Now, when you get me in a situation and that happens, then I'm losing my marbles and you understand why you know what I'm saying, I do what I do. And all the things that I say are 100%. And I get down to something hit the ground, but the shells of my body. You know what I'm saying? They know that.
So you're
So
saying all these years you've never seen Joe besides those incidents that we've discussed before. You've never
mhm.
seen him just being in the Bronx or anything
Nah, never
for
seen them
you
chilling.
to go over there and actually engage. There's never been anything like that.
No, no,
So if
never.
you were to see him, what would you do? Would you go over there and try to talk to him?
Yeah, Panda, come on. It wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be like that. It would definitely be a tense situation. You know what I'm saying? It won't be me losing my mind and doing some fucking psycho shit and provoking something that I know everybody's looking, and I'm gonna be the one that's looking like a guilty guy with that guy having lawyers and cops in his pocket, and you know what I'm saying, the temptation of you know, that temptation. I have to be smart about it, and so
Right.
how that will be handled, but uh, definitely might lose my you know my sanity for a little bit. It might take something to, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't know. I wouldn't
I hear
know.
you.
But it would be hard to contain if, you know what I'm saying, the way it's been hard to contain every time we ever met. You know what I'm saying? Um, Like I said, the best example was the Vibe Awards. It was in front of everybody. Certain times, we can't just do things on some old, you know what I'm saying, crazy, stupid type of way. Especially at this age, you know, to know the consequences and then how's it gonna play out. You know what I'm saying?
So the fans basically, or the haters, I guess, want you to go on some suicide crazy mission to prove like how gangster you really are, right? That's what
I think I
the
proved
way
it
they
though.
talk. The
I
way
think
they
I proved
talk.
it. They just don't want to believe it, but I proved to everybody. I think how gangster I am. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, what you want to see? You want to see Joe dead, nigga? You want to see me really, you know what I'm saying, use my power to really either get him, murked or me myself go in and do it. Me and myself. At the end of the day, it's me and him. I treat him like he's the one that's pushing people in the middle. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
But I think
And
that
I got to defend myself.
I think the problem though is that hip hop news coverage wasn't the same back then when those events were happening like it is now. Like if that happened today, people would have all the details, all the ins and outs of what really happened, right? And then they would believe they would more likely believe what you're saying. But
What,
because these things happened before, a lot of the haters they're like, "Oh yeah, Cuban just saying shit like he didn't
but I'm
really
not
do
doing this.
that."
I'm not doing this for that. I'm
Right,
not
I know
doing
you're
it.
not.
I'm not doing this for y'all to think, I'm less of a of a real nigga because y'all haven't seen that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know I put in my work and I put in my time where it's been displayed. And them niggas know. They supposed to be the gangsters, right? The thug niggas that they got the whole crew, they jail niggas, whatever it is. They didn't know. They see me before. So, that speaks volume. So all I'm giving y'all now is my stories because they're true. If you do choose not to believe them, then don't believe them. But I'm sure I left my mark out there in this world where niggas see me do the most gangster shit they ever seen. And I don't want to take credit for that. If you know what I'm saying, I do at times because I know it was not me. I didn't provoke it. It was me defending something, either them or our space or something that was precious to me or I loved. Or defending myself. So they seen how I got down. I don't think that would be a stupid little fucking corner boy attitude or mentality for me to be like, oh, I gotta show these people I'm not pussy. Are you
Right.
stupid? That's not me, man. Ever been me. And I already did it. I already put my time in for that. And I'm still capable and ready whenever somebody, try to harm me or those that I love, my family, my road to doing this music thing nowadays. I'm ready to do that at any time and capable and willing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be here either talking about that type of shit. Like I want a trophy for being the most gangster nigga. I show you the struggle. I show you the trophies. I show you my accolades. I show you my downfalls. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you the real stories. If you don't believe that, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? You could switch your channel. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I would encourage you and tell you how, to appreciate the shit I tell you. There ain't nobody will ever tell you shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other artists gonna keep it as 100 as I did throughout, my career in here and about my life and about anything. I never had nothing to hide. Those guys are the ones that hide. I'm trying to get them out of hiding because they obviously, trying to put some dirt on me or on my story and my legacy, so I won't get seen or heard the right way. And I'm here to just straighten that out. You know what I'm saying? On any topic.
So in the end, you're not trying to do some crash out crazy mission or anything like that. But in the situation of self defense, of course, you're going to react accordingly.
Pause. 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 Just know that the stories that I told you are for real. This is not the topic of who Cuban Link is. At the end of the day, it's about the music, the talent. How could be doing all that shit for what? Am I big gonna be am I competing to be the number one hitman or the number one killer nigga or thug? No, I'm competing on talent, music, number one hip hop song, number one, single, whatever it is. That's what I'm trying to get to. You're talking about Cuban Link as a person, as a dude, as a human being. Nigga, I give it up 10,000 times more than any motherfucker you ever seen. It's been proven. When it's provoked, it's a mission to go to be handled. That's personal. You know, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I already did that. I don't want nobody. You know what I'm saying? Being scared or feared of me when I walk through. You know, if that's the case, I'm not looking for that. Now, you salute me when you see things and be proud of this nigga because of what he done. That's what I want you to be. Definitely.
What do you know about Macho?
I don't know which macho. I'll be hearing like Star said something about a macho that he knows what the situation with Joe. You know, the only macho that I know that was in Terror Squad was the dude that used to work in Jew Man. You know what I'm saying? I knew him for a long time too. He used to work in the clothing store.
How long has Joe known him? Since they were like kids, right?
Yeah, we know him like around the same age.
Yeah, so
He never hung out with Macho.
he never hung out with you guys though.
Listen, I'll tell you Macho's story. Macho's story is it was a guy that used to work in with the Jewish guys that used to be around our block, 160, like Prospect Avenue, and they had one in Southern Boulevard right there, 169th and Southern Boulevard under the train station. He used to have stores around those locations in the Bronx. Macho's a guy that they trusted, that the Jewish guys always trusted to be with him. He was very pale. You know, he was Puerto Rican, but he was like the white Puerto Ricans. I'd say even brighter than Joe. You know what I'm saying? But he was a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He was the dude that you walk in the store, he'd give you deals. You know, he's there to talk and talk with the young generations at the time, and talk to the young kids and talk to us. I used to be my mom's. Like when I first moved over there to 167 on Prospect, I used to go to Jew Man. And he used to help us. You know, he used to be there helping you. What you need? You know what I'm saying? You know, he was a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? That's who Macho is. He knew everybody from just being there because everybody go and you know what I'm saying to Jew Man and get the clothing for you know your gear for school for anything. He was cool, son. Timberlands and all of that. So later on in life, when we was doing Terror Squad, when we joined Terror Squad actually, Macho wasn't with us. Macho was still working at Jew Man's. Macho came later. We like Pun got his deal and everything, uh, and we used to be around the stores. Like we used to hang out in the stores in Jew Man and all of that. And you know what I'm saying, we had connection with him. People, you know, Macho knew people also. And you know, Raul and them, they all know each other and all of that. We all got just cool with each other. And then Macho out of nowhere started just hanging out with us. But he came through Joe. He chilled with us for a little bit just to get the feel. Because Joe could have been at him before. He knew Macho. But Macho started hanging out more and more and more. He started hanging out, but with Joe's side. You know what I'm saying, on Joe's side. Um, and he just was a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? He was on a road with us, just like Gilly. Gilly was from the streets too, and he got on. He was just road manager, but he was assistant road manager to Flex. Flex was the actual road manager. That was Joe's Flex friend, and also you know Terror Squad associate from the streets. They grew up together, but Macho came under them as well as and their whole like demeanor to be inside Terror Squad was to become like assistant, something like the future of either a road manager or managers to how many artists we had. Because we had a lot. Remember, we got a lot of artists. So now you got to fill in those situations. Joe can't go on the road and he's getting 20% from all of us, 50% from Pun. So that's bringing more jobs. You know what I'm saying? We have to function like a label. So you have to fill them seats with some bodies, those positions with some bodies. So Raul would go on the road with us, look at oversee things for Joe. Really like they'll go and tell Joe how things was doing as we was doing the Terror Squad album in like different studios. Like Raul was assigned to me when I was doing my project in Terror Squad album. You got Gilly was assigned to Armageddon. Macho was assigned to Joe when Joe was working on his album. Macho was with Joe. So different people that reported to Joe. These are the guys that you're talking about. So Macho turned to be one of those guys. Macho is also the guy that really got close to Joe when we used to do shows. He used to wipe the sweat off of Joe's forehead. You know what I'm saying? And things like that.
You know, Joe would enjoy that. You know, telling him like a flunky type. You know what I'm saying? He didn't mind doing it. Because like I said, Macho was always the type. Like I said, the Jewish guys had him selling stuff, and he used to just do whatever to sell things. He was a good salesman. You know, his thing was sneakers and stuff like that. So he would do what he needed to do, even though he wasn't a bum nigga. He wasn't a, like a bum dude. He had a little money, and he was a good dude. I always liked Macho. He started hanging out with Joe, changed his attitude a little bit, started wiping the sweat over Joe. Joe started gassing him a little extra. You know what I'm saying? When people get around Joe, like certain guys got around Joe, I seen it change. I seen the gas he puts on people. And I always still wonder, why the fuck, when they usually get over there, they have a certain attitude towards me or with others. You know what I'm saying? Certain others. So I always wondered that. You know what I'm saying? Because I always treated our personal relationship, me and Macho, was always good. You know what I'm saying? It was always cool. We had fun. I used to call him the mushroom. You know what I'm saying? I call him mushroom, man. He only knows why. You know what I'm saying? So, how you
You're not
call
gonna
it?
tell us why?
Nah. The mushroom man. You know what I'm saying? I call him mush. That's my dude at the time. And I seen him, hanging with Joe a lot and all of that. Sure, slowly but surely his attitude kind of got funny with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the time when me and Joe used to bump heads a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was doing it for. And then later on, Pun passed away. When Pun passed away, I seen Joe use Macho out of nowhere. He came out and said, Macho he had a chain on, it says Macho Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? A gold chain. You know what I'm saying? It said Macho Entertainment. And I was like, nigga, when the fuck did you become like a label owner? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this? Like, he was Terror Squad and it was Foundation Records. That was Punch Records label. Macho Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. And Joe was cool with it. Right? So I was like, I found that strange. Then I seen the behind the scenes, how this nigga Joe used that shit so he could sign, you know, Remy Ma and Tony Sunshine, which was the first two artists in Pun's label, Foundation
Right.
Records. Foundation Records. Not only Macho could tell you the real story about that, but I definitely know that's how that's what he did it for, and that's the type of scheme Joe was plotting to do with him and all that, and that's how probably they did it. Because I don't know what happened after that. Because I left, but the business part I didn't know too much. But that's what they did and how he used Mach. And
But
Mach was also a guy who had like a legal gun permit too. So
but you never really ran into him after that, right? Well, you did tell me that he tried to set you up one time, right?
no, not set me up. That's when me and Joe met in the hotel in Winter Haven in Miami. That we chased Joe, me and my man GQ,
Right.
Cuban GQ chased Joe with them having 20 niggas, and we ended up at the end chasing Joe alone. You know what I'm saying?
But
That's how I
Macho
get.
was there.
Macho was the bitch ass nigga that when I was walking towards Joe and he was walking through the street and we was about to meet up. Joe gave him the old because he told me to. What you doing with that glass of Hennessy? I threw it down, and then, you know what I'm saying? We were about to go, and I seen Macho, Rich Player, and JB, Little Dick JB, right there, Baby Cock, uh, the little Rich Player, little fucking setup artist too. That's another story I'll tell you some other time, but that's another motherfucker. That's a piece of shit to me. Macho was there. They was coming three, like, looking like it was tough with their face. I was like, turn my hand from Joe to them, and I was like, "Oh, you bitch ass niggas, faggot, bitch
Oh,
ass niggas.
right. Okay,
What you
yeah, yeah.
gonna do? And I said, what you gonna do? Try to set me up again? You can't. Let me fight this faggot, you bitch. You pussy, and all that. They're trying to take my attention away from them to meet up with Joe again. So that's when I said about Macho, and then that's what I'm telling you about Macho. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's interesting because when I talked to TA about Macho, he said that Macho was pretty much by Joe's side for a very long time, right? And then I think when Joe went to prison for tax evasion, he came back and that's when he said that Macho was stealing from him. He showed the statements and it really upset Joe because Macho was supposed to be his friend for a really long time and he had to let Macho go. And a bunch,
Oh, so yeah, yeah.
and like
So it's like he's not a thief. He's blamed. Yeah, like he's not a thief. Yeah, yeah.
right, and then TA saying like, yo, he didn't really steal. He was taking what was rightfully his because all those years that he stood by Joe's side, he wasn't really getting money like that. And Joe was really upset about it. And there was plenty of times that TA was telling him, like, just bring Macho back, man. Just bring him back.
Yeah.
And Joe was like, no, I can't.
Well, that's what Macho gets. Now, it's white. Now who's there to wipe Macho's forehead? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Now, no, he knows not to come with me. He knows not to come with me. At the end of the day, what I saw is what he gave me. He showed me himself that day. You know what I'm saying? He had no reason of being there. Nigga, I'm about to fight him one-on-one. What are you over here trying to... Oh, you got that much hate for me, Macho? You see me grow up, nigga. You see me with my mother go in the store and get shoes. You really gonna form with that to try to jump me? Nigga, I'm on myself, what? Fuck if I fight. You could be there as you holding them down, but you try to do... They did it on some pussy shit because they know my style. Like, Macho saw me get down. So I seen his face go down. The only nigga who said, oh, you pussy nigga was the rich player nigga. He just met me. But that's another story. That's a faggot that tried to slide him through me, to act like he got love for me. They try to set me up. You know what I'm saying? Later on, I seen him with Joe later on in his camp and talking shit about me. But first, he was trying to suck my dick to be down with my camp. You know what I'm saying? Lucky I got word that this nigga, you know what I'm saying, was playing double-headed, you know what I'm saying, coin. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, I was like, nah, my nigga, you good. I'm good. For me saying I'm good, the last time I seen him, I was like, nah, I'm good. You don't have to be around me, nigga. I already know it. From that, I think it was over there like this, showing a face like he got mad hate for me. Like he got mad hate for me. What the fuck I did was, but you lucky I just did that. And I did it again because I waited him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I told him exactly, wait, my nigga, I'm good. I already know what you're doing too. You know what I'm saying? But he know too. And I seen him later on too. And there's another nigga that looked in my eyes and started doing a moonwalk when he see me. You know what I'm saying? Start getting other niggas below, oh shit, this nigga's here. Because they know. They know. Certain niggas know. And it's personal. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this shit because, you know what I'm saying, oh, you know what I'm saying, to put fear in anybody's heart. They know what they did and they deserve what they're going to get from me. That's the difference. They deserve it. And they know I'm capable of giving it to them. So that's what it is. So that's what they're trying to, they go hard to assassinate my character and say that, try to put so much shit on me because it's like that. You know what I'm saying? And, but you know what? Out of all of this that we all been through, and I know about them, they know about me, whatever. I guarantee you, at the end of the day, they love me. They really got love for me. Okay, so what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I know those guys do got love for me as an artist and as a personal love. You know what I'm saying? Really, you know what I'm saying? You get around Cuba, you already know, my nigga. What do I show you? It's who I am. I give you who I am. And I got no malice, no trickery, no shit to cut your throat. My shit is direct. I just was with a team. The leader was the main, Colombian fucking cutthroat master. But like I said, all of them, they got really nothing bad to say about me. The whole thing is that I'm against them, so they're against me. And they know exactly why I'm against them. But they joined the thought of making money with the guy that's doing the wrong thing.
Right.
And I'm not part of that. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I'm the threat. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you that if I pass away one day and they get treated by Joe the way that Joe's really going to treat them, which is trade their friendship for money, like he does over and over. And you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they're going to come to the conclusion of what I'm saying is 100%, truth and always been.
So the TA interview came out, right? And I'm sure you watched a lot of the interview. What did you think about it as a whole? I know you've been shouting him out as well.
That's a long ass interview. I just, I just feel like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope they realize now, like people realize now, this young dude right here just told you a story that, I try to prevent, with my story. I try to get my story out for that same reason, for the young generation to really be on point with their contracts, with things that I've been through that we didn't really put into mind because we had too much love and trusted. And, we was family. That was my story. You know what I'm saying? For the new generation like himself not to get caught up, like, and go through the same thing we've been through, or I've been through. You know what I'm saying? That was what I was thinking about. But now, of course, it brings validity to what my word is said, like I said. But it's like I just wish that they more would listen to what I was saying. And if you would have listened to a guy like me and really did it, which we don't give a fuck. We coming out the hood and we got an opportunity. Niggas jump on it and they jump on it. But at the end of the day, it was sad, man. It was sad. It was sad that you know what I'm saying, that he got treated that way. It was sad. I even told y'all this nigga tried to give me $200 a show after I was making $10,000 by myself as in my own shows. You know what I'm saying? So that he found one of them niggas that was gullible enough to go for it for 16 years. I mean, I put in like 10. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was family with 10. That nigga was 16. He thought it was family, and he found out the hard truth, the
Wait,
reality,
10?
that hard.
What year did you start rocking with Joe?
Well, like 92, 93, we was doing from the
Oh,
streets and
okay,
stuff like that.
right.
So it's really like eight. You know what I'm saying? Eight. But from the bottom, from the original, and build the foundation of Terror Squad. So it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I came from that, from the pipe, like from the actual foundation of it. So it's different with me. But as far as TA, like, he put in that many years. And he's not wrong by expecting certain things. He's not wrong by expecting that he's family. You know what I'm saying? He's not wrong by that. You don't expect a nigga to really treat him like that after that time. And now you see reality. You know what I'm saying? You see his testimony to being misled like that by somebody who he had trusted, who somebody who he gave a lot to, his time, his life. You know what I'm saying? He sacrificed so much shit for because he believed in his word. And you seen that man use him and abuse him and then throw him out. Just like I told you, his name is crack. That's what crack does. Smoke it. Nigga, you sell out your teeth. He'll ask you for his teeth. He would have gave his teeth to you. Even you thought you had teeth in your mouth. You don't. You're skinny as hell until he uses and abuses you. You got nothing left. That's when you get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he is. And that's a disgusting he is. To people who really have love for him, who really, put out for him. And that's a piece of shit, dude. That's a piece of shit. That's a piece of shit. That nigga, that type of individual, deserves the worst.
That's the thing is though, is like I know a lot of people have been saying that TA is lying and whatnot, but the level of detail, it's really hard to like lie about that because like who is like just sitting around coming up with all these different scenarios and things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of hard to do that and especially remember what you're saying.
Only thing he lied about was I'm telling you, and I only want to say it's a lie, but he switched up a lot. Like the part with me, with Pete and all that shit, being the old. That Pete told me all of this shit about. He lied about that. He definitely lied about that. I was the aggressor. I was the one who, that nigga he chilled because of me. And the crew that I was with, they came and they was standing there firm, ready for anything that I would do. And he said, "What's up? I don't got a problem with you." And he's the one who said that to me. He opened it. And that put my guards in and be like, "Yeah, nigga, what's up? You got a problem with me?" And that's when they went to, "Oh, yo, we cool." And then we diffused it like that.
Right.
He got that wrong with like Pete, you know what I'm saying? And he got that wrong with in City Island. When he said that to me about, "Yo, you got a problem with Joe." And he never mentioned Joe in his life to me. It was all about, saying you good? You good. That was a you good fight. That was, and the other guy he implicated, Tito Mafia, that's my man, you know what I'm saying, that we was talking nothing about. He didn't even say nothing to me about nothing. It's like, damn, Q, I see what you're saying. He actually agreed with me, Tito. Like, yo, I see what you're saying now. And he just felt like, God damn, like, and that's it. I was like, you see my nigga? And I chilled because of you. And I told him that afterwards. I chilled because of you, because I give him respect. Tito's my man. And we were supposed to be together at that time. And I didn't even know him. Like I said, I didn't even know who TA was at the time. He just stepped up on that. So those are the only times that I feel that, saying that, he definitely didn't want to say the truth that he's supposed to. And he wanted to take, I don't even want to go too far for that. I let that slide. How's that?
Right.
Because he said enough truth. So I let it go.
So one of the stories that TA has said was that they ran into a situation where there was a confrontation between Spider Loke and his people and TS, right? And
Mm-hmm.
allegedly Spider-Loc and his people had, pulled out some guns or something like that. And Joe was telling TA, get in the car, TA, get in the car. And so when
I believe him.
right,
I believe him.
so I
believe him.
interviewed Spider-Loc, and he confirmed without confirming that a situation like that with Joe happened. Shout out to Spider-Loc too. Man, roll the clip.
I'm not finna confirm that just based on the details that you just described. All I'm gonna say is I haven't heard TA tell no lies.
Okay, all right, got you.
Oh my
Right.
mama.
Yeah, because people always say that he's lying and everything, so that's why they were saying.
I'm very, very like adamant about being very careful as to what I co-sign.
Right.
And I've seen quite a bit of content, and I can't attest to everything he says because he's sharing a lot of experiences I have no idea about. But from the things that I can shed light on or correlate, I have yet to see him tell a lie or hear him tell a lie, which tends to make me believe the other things that I can't quite confirm.
Shout out Spider-Loc for putting that pressure, baby. Nigga, listen, Spider-Loc is another one that been saying what he been saying, and he was and I always salute it because he was saying the truth. A lot of people, saying was kind of not believing him and stuff like that, and giving him, like slack for that, acting like he was lying and all of that. But he seen it. He's a real nigga because he wanted to get to the bottom of it. Of all, he saw, and I believe that because he looks, and he gives that feel of being that type of nigga that. If from it's a certain thing, a certain cloth of those that just talking and act like they wearing something, a certain kind of cloth that they didn't really earn like that. But you know what I'm saying? Because Joe, he's been around that cloth and he deserves a kind of cloth around that area, but not the cloth he wears. Not the cloth of that gangster nigga that is, he's a stand-up nigga and it's he's down for whatever. He's the first nigga to run, first nigga to, when shit get hot, leave your ass right there. There's no sense of, he's about himself. That's what the fuck cloth he should wear. But has he been around those situations before and been part of some certain, like, real things that happen? Yeah. But he just wears the wrong kind of cloth. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell that Spider-Loc his cloak comes from a little bit of honorable shit. A little bit like, yo, I'm going to stay here and see what you say. And respect, because, once you see certain things from somebody, you want to be testified. You want to be right there to testify that, yo, all right, that nigga's what he say he is. You know what I'm saying? And he gives it up. Even if you take a loss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even you stay there and you represent your morals, you are your crew, certain virtues that you should have if you talking about you from that cloth. And you know what I'm saying? Certain niggas, like, I believe that I'm from that motherfucking cloth. When it's everything is, like I say, I'm not the nigga that's going over there plotting on shit to do something crazy shit and take advantage of shit. But when it's on, what's honor, loyalty, and my word, that shit is sank on the concrete, 100 feet deep, and I'm standing on it. It's, I still believe this motherfucker's like that. I feel, Spider-Loc cut from that. You know what I'm saying? That's why 50 had him. That's why 50 had him over there. You know what I'm saying? His rep before 50 was where it was. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely have respect for him.
And then what Spider-Loc says, the level of detail and the way that he explains it,
another one
is really difficult to lie about, I feel like.
Yep.
Because it's like you got to really sit around and think about that. You know what I mean? Man, roll the clip.
We're parallel moving in the same direction on opposite sides of the arena. Just hoping we're moving the same. We're hoping we're moving the same direction. That's when we encountered Beyonce holding her dress up, makeup. Like any other moment, would have probably tried to make it last a little longer, but I just remember going like, damn, that's Beyonce. People with headphones, escorting her. So as we're going that way backstage, we're just trusting, hoping, believing, thinking, knowing Terror Squad is doing the same thing. And we're trying to meet them and head them off. And the way it would have it, as we're going this way, they reached a point to be in our view before we got to the end of the hallway, and they went through a door. We watched them like, remember, they coming, we going parallel. They must have been ahead of us because they got around the bend and got in our view and went through a door. But we're only like 40 or 50 yards from that door. So we hurry up to follow them through the door. And
Who's with you? Who's with you when you guys are going to chase them down?
the only person I'm willing to name is Mace.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, we're like 2 rows of 10 to 12.
So you ain't got to say names, but it's entourage with you, right?
Yeah,
Mainly.
and the artists, Buck Banks, Yayo, anybody that was artists that wasn't 50 plus entourage. I'll say that.
Gotcha.
But it was some names I remember, street niggas. I don't know what they doing now, what they up to that might not want to.
Right.
But shout
yeah.
out to all my real ones, Merrick Projects in particular. But anyway, we moving, and as we see them in our sight go through this door, now we become eager to get to that door. As we follow them through that door, we can see them exiting through a further door, which looks like a parking structure. And in between that door and us coming in that room, there are a number of officers just casually sitting there with their thumbs under their vest, leaning back. They don't overreact, probably 5 or 6 of them. And they just calmly tell us that wouldn't be a good idea. That wouldn't be smart. So, of course, we immediately exit. And we can see them fleeing through the door, getting in their vehicle, leaving.
So what did you think about what he said about the whole VMA situation and how 50 punked Joe while he was on the podium and whatnot?
I wasn't there for that one. I'll tell you the story about the other one.
No, I mean, like, what did you think of his explanation of it, though? Like, about what
I
happened?
believe him. I believe him. I believe him exactly. I believe them niggas with if they call Joe by themselves. I believe I believe he did fucking smoke was out their motherfucking shoes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Out the motherfucking them Kanye boots. That nigga he was busting smoke out them shits. I guarantee you. And probably just 3 niggas behind him. Fat niggas trying to run. You know what I'm saying? Pushing other niggas behind. That's Joe.
Because they said that when he went through that door, there was a bunch of police officers waiting and just saying, like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And he saw them all getting in their cars and taking off.
But Joe is the type of nigga to do that. He'll get away. It's all planned. If he got no wins or he feels like, you know what I'm saying, like they're outnumbered him or he's scared of anything, maybe, and that's how he usually be. He's a paranoid nigga when he's like in somebody else's like backyard. You know what I'm saying? If he feels like, which is a scary dude, and he's a scary dude, he won't mind. He out. That nigga's out, and he won't mind putting people in front of him. Cops, as soon as he busts that door open, and those cops, they chasing me, officer. That's him. 100%, I believe. 100%. You know what I'm saying? And that shows how pussy is. You know what I'm saying? It shows how pussy is. See me, I would have had a problem with all that. Me probably being a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Whatever consequences would have happened. I would have been like, fuck that. Nah, because what we fighting for, nigga, I believe in you. I believe you're gangster. And you talking about, he talking about us like we ain't shit. Now we gonna fight. We gonna really squabble for real. We're gonna get this turf war right. We gonna go, you know what I'm saying? I'll be the nigga, be like, what's up? Nigga, we'll go one-on-one, yeah, right there. And you gotta give me my respect. If not, you gonna jump me. But y'all gonna know that I'm the nigga who stood up and asked you for that or try to settle it in a gangster way. You know what I'm saying? I might be stupid because I might pull out a gun and blast me and I'm stupid, but that's the type of niggas, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of gene I got inside of me.
So let me ask you about this situation, okay? TA versus Pistol Pete. They went through their whole situation not too long ago on social media, going back and forth, right? And it caused Pete to go back to the hood and, be on live and flash his jewelry and be like, yeah, I'm here. I went back to the hood. Not everybody can go back to their hood and stuff. And so it caused like a social media situation caused him to, in a sense, show and prove at his age. At his age, right?
We always do shit like that, though. We always be like, I can't go back to my hood. I would go back to my hood and be like, well,
I know, but at that age, because Pete is you always see him with his kids, and I think that's a great thing. That's a beautiful thing. He's with his kids. He's doing his thing, right? Whatever, loyalty aside to TS and everything, but it's like a lot of people didn't want to see him doing that. It was like, you're at this age now, like, don't do that. So how did you feel about seeing that kind of thing happen?
I mean, age don't have that shit don't matter. You know, Pete's Lane, he's an ex-con, real nigga for the streets supposed to be. That's his image, right? Bodyguard Joe being, the underboss for Joe, I guess, and all of that. It's a gangster life you sign up for.
But you think that at this age he should still show and prove that, though?
Nigga, you gotta do what you gotta do, and who you are is who you are, and in that field, in that lane he took, yeah, he's supposed to do that. In that lane, yeah. Talking that hot shit, you gotta be representing the hot shit. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep the streets aware of who you are, and you can't show no weakness, because the wolves are coming for you. And you know what I'm saying? When somebody challenges you, got to step up to the plate.
So do you not believe at any point that you're supposed to grow away from that and change your career or your path in life or anything?
Of course, if you're a whole different dude, for that dude, that's what he chose. That's how you're supposed to play it. You know what I'm saying? If he had aspirations to be somebody, you know what I'm saying, a different career.
Well, I mean, he's a podcaster now. He has his own show and everything.
Yeah, but he's talking about jail. He's talking about how real shit in jail and how experiences in jail, and it's for the also with a good message at the end. Yeah, for the kids not to go talk about how that negative shit was and what they've been through in life, but still sort of glorifying the gangsters they still are. You know what I'm saying? How the respect level should be for them, and how it is and how they carry it in the streets also. You know what I'm saying? And they've been through the roughest parts of life, and you know what I'm saying, and made it out. They made it out with flying colors, and they still out here. You know what I'm saying? Putting it down. That's you know what I'm saying? That's why he's doing a podcast like that, but he still chose that lane. You know what I'm saying? He still chose that lane. And it's what everybody's doing anyway. It's not like that's a career yet. That's something that he's trying out, he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Is he successful where he got the money he need, you don't need no more money, and that's what he's about. And you got to keep going up, right? You got to make movies or whatever, maybe later on he'll change, his mentality. But that's who he is. He's a street nigga, and we all kind of street dudes, you know me. I see myself beyond the streets, doing big things and in the music and in the movie, in the Hollywood field. I've seen that, that's what the fuck we got out the hood for. In the beginning, we still got bad habits, and we bring that shit with us, that street shit with us, especially, when I came to the Terror Squad and that ambience, that was straight street criminal motherfuckers. So I did come out through that. So I understand it. See what Joe's done. He actually achieved that ladder of success, where he went up to a certain level that not too many make it, elite level. But he still carries and acts like he's down with that type of the street shit. He still, holds on to that and wants to act like he's part of it when he's really, he thinks that's probably showing love back to the hood in that way. But what he's doing is who he is. He's manipulating minds to take advantage of others, just like you've seen in TA, like you've seen in most of the Terror Squad situation, like you've seen him when the fact that he took $2 million to $4 million from publishing, acting like trying to cover it because he knows he's ashamed of that, so he's trying to suppress that so people don't talk about it as they do. That's when his book came out. You know what I'm saying? So those kind of criminal minds and con artist tactics, those are bad habits. Some people still can't get rid of, and no matter how high they go.
To be fair, though, it seems like Pete is trying to do some more positive things, because I see that he goes live a lot when he's visiting Rikers Island and stuff, and it seems like he's trying to do some things to reach the people in there, the kids or whatnot.
I don't know about that because niggas make it look like that, and then they do other things behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that too.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas do the double shit. They do the bullshit. They clean their images up so the ones that are seeing Big Brother from above and the law enforcement see you doing good things so they could be honorated later. If somebody involved in something they really did that was negative, of a crime or something, whatever, they get that love from the audience, the main audience that they've been exposing themselves to with the good part of themselves. You know what I'm saying? But niggas are snakes, man. Niggas are snakes. They do the double shit. You know what I'm saying? And just by knowing that who is his leader, who is the boss of that, is the whole thing, which is Joe. I don't think he had a good role model for that. I think he's trying to probably do what Joe's doing. That's the same thing. I'm saying foul shit behind the scenes, and then you know what I'm saying. So unless he breaks away and really becomes who he wants to be and show for real and show some proof about, what I'm saying, him bringing up them kids and helping out the kids and really schooling them and the crime rate goes down in his block or his area where he's working at, then I'll believe him. You know what I'm saying? But as long as just showing off just for the camera because you got a show and you just pretend to be doing this just on this fucking level, and then after that you still being the same nigga going to the corner selling drugs on the corner. Nah, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to at this age especially, we're supposed to you know what I'm saying, take our community and be a positive part of our community so we could change something about the killings and the drugs situation, you know what I'm saying, where we from. If you're gonna do it for real. Just don't give out the fucking drug dealers handed out fucking turkeys on Thanksgiving. Next, at the same time they're moving keys inside of turkeys and selling it to their own people. So there's no respect in that.
So what did you think about TA saying that there were some issues between Joe and Pistol Pete because Joe promised Pistol he would be a millionaire and it didn't happen?
Listen to me. I couldn't care less about them niggas. Either breaking up or fucking. I'm not looking for a Pistol to denounce Joe so I could be like, Pistol, come over here. Get the fuck out of here too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not for nothing, but that's why I felt a certain way about Charlie. And I couldn't get as close as I wanted to because of that. Even though he was trying extra and he was doing exactly what a real nigga does, you know what I'm saying, by spitting his truth and me relating to him. But I'm not looking for that. I'm not a nigga that pick up his Joe's niggas that he let go and things. I'm not that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Me, I got my own path. I'm doing me, and like he's fast to pick up niggas out like that or snatch niggas from my camp quick in a minute. That nigga, most of his niggas is the niggas that I used to rock with. They sold out on me and they went over there like little puppets because of the money, because of the fucking what he said to them, chance to be millionaires and rappers. They left my loyalty. They fucked my loyalty up with them because of that. You know what I'm saying? They betrayed me for that. So I don't.
But I mean,
I don't do the same thing he do.
Beef aside, though, right? Beef aside, you understand watching all these years that Pistol has sacrificed a lot for Joe, right? He's really held him down.
Pistol don't hold a candle to niggas I know that sacrifice for Joe. Pistol can hold a candle to niggas like Giz, like niggas like Sing Sing, niggas like GQ, like Lil Heck, like Lil, everybody, yes, that we started with. Pistol don't hold a candle to them niggas. And Joe did them dirty. So what the fuck do you think? So, so those guys I still have a relationship with and I feel for them still to this day. And I was one of those that championed the loyalty idea of, taking all of us out the hood. And that was my mission. And that's why Joe didn't, that he was scared of me because he thought that was a leader, that was a quality that a leader had. And he didn't have that quality because that wasn't his plans. So me having that was making him look bad. Even though it was an honorable and noble idea to do, he wasn't with that. So he made me look, I was shining to them and they had extra love for me for that. He made sure that, he stopped that because, he wanted everybody to look at what his fucking plan was, which is to gas everybody up and then run away with the bag and then change his crew, bring new niggas in and yes men usually yes men, the yes men that he got, and they'll suck his balls. You know what I'm saying? And then he gives them what they want as far as money, which is probably one for you, 3,000 for himself, and they're good with it. They wouldn't put up a fight like other niggas that deserve more. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that by even like Pun. The Pun situation when we came in as just rappers, you know, Pun what he did for Terror Squad um was is unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Only few artists do that, like Biggie for Junior Mafia, DMX for Rough Riders, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. What Pun did for Terror Squad was the job of a CEO. He deserves to own percentages in Terror Squad, the label. You think Joe was showed that type of gratitude to Pun, that love as a brother that recognized that he put in that work for him? Because Terror Squad is Joe's label after all these years. The only owner of that is Joe. Joe owns Terror Squad, the
Right.
label and the name. You know what I'm saying? So do you think a motherfucker that been through the struggle and know like an older, like supposed to be brother or somebody you got love for, dedicated himself, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Puffy did the same thing with Bad Boy and stuff like that. But you know, I'm just putting myself into if I see somebody in their shoes, if I seen somebody do that for me and they made me all this money, they put me on this level, uh, helped me become who I am because Pun also wrote the nigga of Joe Rhymes and put him in a different level in hip hop. He did all these things for him. Just a real nigga would at least give him nigga them 10%, 10% of Terror Squad. Show some love.
Right.
Show some love. He helped. He's the reason you got that deal. And us too. Me too. When he got like when I got my he got me my deal in Atlantic. They gave him the $10 million deal at the same time. Shows I didn't want no percentage of Terror Squad, but that shows the team that nigga you, you break bread, nigga. You damn that nigga he how you call it he there's a future. You know, you can move up in Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? This is a great example to show that yo, that's how honorable I kept it. That's how real I kept it. You know what I'm saying? And that's love. Even if it's 10%. You know what I'm saying? Something to show your gratitude that yo, I appreciate what you did. Besides here, yeah, that's how real niggas get down. That's how family get down. You know, that's why it was never really a family. It was about business with him, and we could tell. You know what I'm saying? We could tell.
Did you see what Choke No Joke said about TA and Joe's
Nah,
situation?
what he say?
Choke was saying that Joe probably loves TA, but he couldn't take him to where he was trying to go. Like he was gonna enter in that door basically and go into that other style where he was gonna engage in certain activities that he knew that TA would not be down with, and that's why he couldn't take him.
No, I think he's just making up some mythical story that and I got nothing but love. You know, choke no joke. I got love for you, brother. But he was trying to paint a little
Because that was
story.
like I think that was around the
I think it,
time that
I think he just got it wrong. I think if you paint that story where he's going, like as far as doors and dimensions or levels that he was going to go, Joe, I think the story would be Joe knew that he had to do certain things and he had to get a certain guy to help him to get to a door, or lyrically or with talent to get to a door that he wanted to go to. And Joe made a decision when he gets to that door, he's shitting on everybody there and he's going to get another one because he used this guy up already and fuck him because he's only going to want more from me. That's the type of mind Joe has.
So wait, you don't, because that was around the time that he joined Rock Nation, right? So you don't believe in all that, the Doors and the Illuminati and all this stuff that you got to engage in when you join that kind of thing.
Oh, I just think there's a new agenda that is proposed to you. Is a new way of doing things, a higher level of looking at things, different kind of objective that you have to do. But I don't think, I mean, The fuck? I mean, I don't know. I've never been to that. And we went to the top with Pun and all that. I've been up in the top. Bruce Willis, chilling with Bruce Willis and Prince and all them. I was up there. I never got approached, shit like that. Uh, I mean, if you let somebody play with your mind like that, you get caught shit like that. You get caught shit like that. I look at things as, as real as it is. Like, you're a human being. Y'all get together. Y'all got power in certain fields of your careers and positions. Y'all get together, and yeah, you could get together and execute and expose a power that you'd be like, oh shit, how'd that happen?
So wait, you don't believe in the Illuminati?
I believe in the Cubanati and the Beluganati.
So
That's
you
what I
don't
believe in.
believe that like you join a certain thing and then you getting fucked in the ass and all that stuff like that. You don't believe in that.
Yeah, I believe that happens to people, but I believe it's people doing it to people. I don't believe it's no mystical shit or niggas with power where magical fucking birds happen.
No, no, no,
No, I
no,
don't
no, not
believe.
magical, that type of stuff, but more of like, I mean like Satan worshiping and all that type of stuff.
Yes, I believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's people that worship Satan.
Because that's what he was saying. He was saying that like, TA wouldn't be down with the worshiping of Satan or like, getting on his knees and doing those rainbow activities. And that's why Joe couldn't bring him along.
No, I think it was all about money and power and shine. He wants to be by himself.
But that in return, doing those things, he would get that. He would get the money and more power and more exposure.
But
That's
in
what.
his mind, he wants to keep that by for himself. Others
Oh,
will probably share that. You bring them up in level. Now you boost up their positions and give them, what I'm saying, some love with the money. Move them up in their positions and give them a fucking raise. He said,
because
he,
Choke has a really interesting perspective because of all he been through when he was at The Rock and all that stuff.
yeah, no, he do, but he thinks that way. And to me, that's like an escape way of having like somebody understand Joe's way of thinking. I don't want to understand Joe's way of thinking because I know that it was based around greed and backstabbing and cutthroat and using somebody that really put in their work and deserved that to get some fucking either credit or to get some more money, a bonus because some love. They reached the level. You reached the level. They reached the level. Which what they did for you. TA put in a lot of work with the writing, with the shows, with the sacrificing, what I'm saying, his time to go and help you in them shows. So he deserves that. Deserves that. Fuck all that extra shit. What I'm saying? He deserves that. How the fuck can you just use somebody like that and not see the way they could see you owing them something? If you know that you gave this man $200 and he was making 100 G's. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Correction, $250.
So $250 and not even per diem. Third him. At least we was getting per diem. I was getting my per diem. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, I was getting no, in the beginning, there was no per diem with Joe. When I was with Fun and everything, we got to deal with that when we had per diem. But he never took the per diem for us. We left the per diem for like like Gilly. Like, what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying? Like the role manager, Flex. You know what I'm saying? He would do certain things. But we don't mind them eating. We knew about it. But if you trying to hide it, you tell a nigga from the jump, yo, I want you to do this, whatever, hype man, and you just have the nigga on some old freelance $250 or whatever a show. When you're getting that much, and I'm sure the DJ doesn't get that much. I mean, the DJ probably get a little bit more than you, probably like 500. But this nigga's making 100 stacks. You your own role manager, so you're not paying a role manager. So you do that greedy, Joe. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I'm not gonna
And
lie though.
he's that greedy because he's a fast spender also. He likes to trick. That's why he say he likes tricking. So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's why he's greedy like that.
I'm not gonna lie though. It's the way that TA broke it down and explained it is how like somebody abuses people with like power and control, right? You control things and It's crazy.
He put
So,
people against each other too. He's master manipulator, 100%. He'll tie somebody else so you can start trouble with each other. You know what I'm saying? If he needs to be wherever that other person is, he don't like the other person, he'll do that, 100%. He did that with me, with Gilly's brother. He started. That's when I remember. Like, I remember he was just putting poison out there just because probably we had a little argument. Like I said before, he's the type of nigga. He was doing that to Macho. He was doing it to people. And that's the last time was because I stood up. I stood up and fought and I represented for my crew. And when it was my shows, niggas ate. And you know what I'm saying? I was putting on like niggas in the hood on the cartel. I was letting, the young boys get chances to put their talent out. He hated that about me. He hated that. He wanted to be the one that was recognized for that. He hated Pun, the way he shined. He would love the money that Pun made him, but the recognition Pun got when he was around, like both of them, everybody was like, yo, we love you, Pun. It was a whole different love for Pun than it was for him. Joe saw that. He didn't like that. And that made him jealous of that. That made him say, I'm not going to put this nigga on no street name. I'm going to act like I am. I'm not going to make sure niggas spin that nigga record when after. I want to be the nigga, the first Boricua, or the Spanish nigga that they remember and love me. Like, that's his mentality. That's what I believe. I swear, himself, if he's himself with a mirror in the wall. You know what I'm saying? Who's the fucking most beluga of them all? The mirror say, as long as Cuban Link is alive, you can never be the biggest beluga ever. That's what I think. And he goes after me, with he starts sending the fucking witches and, you know what I'm saying, and the haters to go get me and to stop me. But, that's what I really think that type of dude is made of, and how I see him, the way the moves he has made in front of everybody and what he does. You know what I'm saying? And you can see his attitude and what I really personally know about him. That's how I put it together. And he doesn't see it. He doesn't see it because he's not supposed to. He only sees the bling bling, you know what I'm saying, and the glitter and gold. Everything that glitters in gold. I said that.
So switching up gears, right? So a lot of people have been talking and it got you mad and that you came out and you defended me on a live. You said people been okay with Joe lying on you for 23 years, but when someone comes along and really tries to dig into the story, they get mad. What made you want to come out and say that?
It's time, we got to cut the cancer early. Because right now I started like a new relationship with people since all of this started with us. And it's the same story, but it's like some more serious and more proof founded
In depth.
In depth, and because it's proof now, and it's like they ignoring the truth now. You can't really ignore proof now, right? The proof is there. So I don't want the jokes and the fucking assassinating the characters to take others away, the vision and their eyes from really what we're talking about is truth, it's facts. So don't act like it's a joke or I'm mad about. No, nigga, it's facts. And they like to do that. It's been done throughout the years. Motherfuckers, they see them more. Now we got proof. And, we're talking about actual things that we're supposed to talk about. It's the topic because it resurfaced now, but with proof that it was true. So we could talk about it. Who the fuck is y'all niggas to be acting like, these niggas are doing this every. Oh, nigga. That's how everything happens. Little things happen all the time. And then they go into an investigation into the actual dude or the case, and they go find out more shit. If it's dirty, if it's not dirty, then he's good. Don't get mad at Panda because he's searching your voice. You know what I'm saying? Files, and he's finding, you know what I'm saying? That there's a lot of lies. There's a lot of makeup shit. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas believed. Don't be that naive where niggas is trying to put you onto truth. And especially if you're following me and what we're doing now, because we want you to have that appreciation that we're going to tell the truth, or that trust that we're going to say, I'm going to say the truth. I want to put that back in y'all mind because I never lied to y'all. Y'all made me look like a liar because y'all was listening to them and that was their narrative. So that's what I'm doing. And for niggas I gave love to, had me on their podium and I extended my hand out of, out of love. They start playing around with the funny shit and, putting names and fake shit on my shit and start playing back and forth games with me. I'm not that nigga to be playing with like that. So I have to say something, because But, when it's real, it's real. And I'm not the nigga that you can say sorry to later after you go across that line. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So understand. You know what I'm saying? I know I came with respect and love, and you chose to either not respect me and disrespect me, and through the hate in me, for your own reasons. So when that comes through from me, don't say that I'm wrong or don't play the victim. That's it. But you got enough time that I don't even want to do that. Because I know what y'all doing, and if y'all doing it for views, don't play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? Play with the real story. Don't fuck up the real story. Don't throw that we are jealous, hating. You know what I'm saying? No, don't say that. Because at the end of the day, the problem is that you're skipping the fact that you ain't talking about the proof that came out. And we're talking about what's going on and why people are not really paying attention to these things when those things are the ones that are keeping me back. You know what I'm saying? Those things are the things that needs to be out there to be like, yo, let me get this nigga out here. Let me get this nigga to hear, let me hear what Cuban saying now. Let me hear his music. Because at the end of the day, it's about the talent. I'm telling y'all this, but don't make me a character out of your playbook that's a fucking, like a nigga you can play with like that. I'm not a nigga you could. Now, I've never been one of them niggas. I earn my respect. Put that respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? It's not about music alone. It's about how I held it down throughout the years. And I do got new music. Go check out my new music is what I want you to really do. Go check out my new music. That's another excuse they use. So they, other motherfuckers might just say, fuck you and disregard my music. I'm really trying to bring y'all back into, yo, I'm working on new shit.
Right.
My shit ain't not about dissing Joe in my music. I'm talking about a story y'all want me to talk about it, and I'm going back on it because we're just talking about it. But my music, check it out. It has nothing to do with the fat fuck. You know what I'm saying? My shit is on a new shit, some level that I want y'all to check out because it's really hot, and I feel like y'all need to check it out. And I think that would gain the love and the respect that I'm actually want y'all to give me instead of just getting caught up in dialogue and about your opinions that mean, nothing really when y'all talk about it. You know what I'm saying? When y'all talk about it, y'all talking about it just to put people together and say, oh, this side or this side. Just thinking about it like, who's wrong, who right, my nigga? Who wrong, who right?
I think it's crazy though, because it's like, why are people okay with you being lied on for 23 years, but not somebody trying to uncover the truth? I feel like there's so many people that do this type of content that are, making videos and trying to figure out things. But it's like they want to apply different rules when it comes to me. It's like nobody had an issue with other people doing that. But then when it comes to Panda Chop doing it, then that's all of a sudden it's like there's a problem.
It's a problem, but they stupid enough to get caught up because they don't think they got a problem with me getting my story out and doing it the way we doing it. They just mad they're not involved. And they didn't do it with me the same way we doing it. Or they didn't catch fire the same way you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you props that we have this team going on. That's, on that petty level, that's what I think some of them niggas are doing it. And, and the fact that the other niggas are pushing the narrative that, damn, this nigga's helping that nigga Cuban. Fuck that. Just hate him on. You got a team hating you already because you're helping me. And then, when you're doing something that's good, as far as like you're excelling and you're succeeding in something, you're going to have haters anyway, Panda. So expect that. I told you that from the beginning.
Yeah, one of the things that you told me, you were like, these people are going to try to show you love, but don't think that they don't want your spot either.
Yeah, and they're gonna show you who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And look, you see how we doing this. If you could check out, like I said, beautiful thing about this, the social media part. Something I just want y'all to just check out on your own. Listen to how we started our dialogues and how I talk, right? My kind of language, how I say, they're gonna show you who you are. Dumpster juice. These are things that I said to you in interviews and things like that. Now go back to the beluga. Check out how he's saying. That means he's looking at us first of all, but that means how much he's on my dick still that he wants to use my shit and take shit. Senorita Record told me a lot. He's like, this nigga wants to take credit for my shit. He wants to be me. That's why I say what I say. These niggas want to take credit for my talent. Like, he's always been on my dick.
damn, he could have just told me that, yo, Q, man, you my favorite fucking rapper. Like, you one of my niggas I fucking hold. Like, and I would have loved it. We would have had a good relationship probably. But instead, he was so jealous. He tried to like shut me up and throw me out, bury me, throw away the key, so he could take my talent. Disgusting beluga. He just forgot. He forgot that you can't kill a Cuban nigga. No, not a Marielito. You can't get rid of us, nigga. You can't get rid of us. You know what I'm saying? So he just forgot that. He thought niggas was going to just be like no power in their voice. They're going to be so washed up. Niggas would not listen to him. They would never, they had no, they forgot that, Marielito Cubans got little like animal powers. Like you could call them fucking little animals and call the pandas that come from trees from far away to come help them. He forgot about all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? He forgot that. So that's why we here and we still, you know what I'm saying? Making noise. You know what I'm saying? Representing what we represent because we're real ones. I'm a real one, always been one. So let me tell you a story, right? So we was in Detroit and it was a crazy shit show that we had. And we did a show, niggas from like our niggas we was with, Terror Squad at the time, bust off the gun on stage because niggas threw and it hit, pun with a water and all this shit. So it was like a real riot. Niggas had to bust the guns. Shit caused, I was throwing fucking bottles, cross, hitting niggas. Shit was a big fucking riot. Cops came, they had it, they almost arrested all of us because after the gun got bust, the fucking club, they had us, they kind of set us up. They said, go through here, to get out. And it was a fucking, like, the backyard, like a roof. It was like a backyard of the club. If we couldn't get out, the cops had us there. Put his hands up. They had Pun tied up. Pun could put his hands in the back of his, they try to put the handcuffs in the back. Pun said, hell no, I'm not doing that. So they had to cuff him in the front. All set us down. We was on the back, like 6 of us. Gilly was there. Gilly took the fucking rap for the gun. So yeah, they took him to the thing after they found it, but we was all like this in the back. Start throwing rocks. Fucking the audience, they were walking out the club to the front, but we was in a backyard with a fence, and the cops had us all laying down like this with a handcuffed. So the fucking crowd was like, "You fucking spicks, you motherfuckers!" Like, cause we, they blamed us. Say, "You Spanish motherfuckers, New York fuckers." So we was like, I didn't say shit. I was like, God damn, this is like a fucking movie almost. Nigga, Pun was like, fuck your mother, fucker. Said some shit. Niggas like, what? Niggas started throwing rocks, big ass rocks, throwing at us with the cops there and everything. And we was handcuffed. So we was like, oh shit. What? Fast forward that now, they let us go. Gilly got caught with something. You know what I'm saying? He had to go to the thing, whatever. We was on tour. Now we had to go to the hotel with the promoters from the fucking, that show. They booked that show for us so they know where we staying now. Them niggas that was throwing rocks at us, promoter people. Those are all from Detroit motherfuckers. Black motherfuckers going crazy because we fucked up the show because, whatever. Now we gotta go to get our clothes. It was Exhibit with us. It was fucking what the fuck is my man's name, man? Sir Jinx with us.
Joe's there too?
No. It was Pun, it was just Pun, Liza, the kids, they had a room. Me, Exhibit. Sir Jinx was his DJ. Was Exhibit's entourage. And the Terror Squad was probably Prospect. It was probably, I don't know if Tony was there. But we had like 10 of us. And we came in a tour bus. Nigga, we get to the hotel. The whole mob was throwing rocks over there. Like good 30 motherfuckers. And they dressed up with the fucking gators and the Gucci shirts. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, they all like that. Always see some niggas as soon as we get. And the receptionist, we walk in, and it was like, yo, y'all like we walking all together now, like in a line to go to our rooms, trying to not even start no fights and nothing. Cause I know they was mad. It was like, yo, fuck y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas. The head promoter was like, yo, how y'all gonna do that shit to us, man? How the fuck y'all gonna do that shit? was like, yo, we ain't do that shit, my nigga. I said something. I was like, because she was talking kind of like it's our fault. And I was like, yo, my nigga, they started throwing shit. And it was like, shut the fuck up, Cuban. I think Flex said that to me. And I was like, all right. It was hyped up. So now we go in a room. It's Exhibit. It's me. It's Exhibit, Pun, me, Sir Jinx in a room. Because we go in a room. Now, when we get in a room, it was like, yo, shit, we're crazy. We start talking about the shit. Exhibit was like, yo, what the fuck, that motherfuckers? Niggas start hitting Exhibit's room, the door was like knocking crazy. Bang, bang, bang. Yo, come the fuck outside. All them niggas in front of the room. And now we in there, we like, oh shit, right? I swear everything I love, nigga. I was the only one that said, yo, let me. Well, I ain't say nothing. They was talking shit. Like, yo, come outside. I said, nigga, get the fuck out the door. I'm coming outside right now. Me, myself. And I was opening the door, ready to go outside. Nigga, fucking Exhibit and Sir James grabbed my shit. What the fuck, you crazy motherfucker? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was crazy because my mind went there already. Don't care how many of them was, but I know we had to do something because Pun Kids was in the fucking room and Liza was there. That was my mind, right? But that's how crazy I get, like in my head, right? I was gonna go really against like 30 motherfuckers in that hotel room when other motherfuckers was thinking, you know what I'm saying, let's not even open the door. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to leave on some, back to action. But that's how it is in a moment for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Exhibit gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying, the story. And I'm not saying I was right to do that because I could have put them in jeopardy too. And
Have you
they
ever heard anyone tell this story online?
nobody ever told the story ever.
And you've
Exhibit,
never told the story either?
never. Exhibit, Sir Jinx, from the West Coast. Of course, my brother Pun. I think those are the only guys there. It was just four. I'm sure Exhibit could tell you that story. I'm sure Sir Jinx. And I had love. I mean, we was doing tours together. That's when we was doing a tour together with Exhibit. And he blew up after that. He had to pimp out my ride shit later on. But that blew him up. That tour he was doing with Pun. That's when Pun had his own tour. Yeah. In Detroit. It was stoned us and it was crazy.
So what happened after that when you opened the door?
I didn't open the door. I didn't get to open the door. I was about to. Exhibit fucking grabbed my hand. And he said, what the fuck you think, you crazy motherfucker? I was like, fuck that. I was like that with him, like face to face. And then Pun was on the phone and he told me right after that, right there at that moment, the show was popping off. Pun said, yo, we good. We go through the back. And the tour bus is in the garage. They park. I got them to park right behind us right now so we can just go in the tour bus. So that's what we did. About like 5 to 10 minutes later, we just did that and we got inside there. But it was crazy. But I'm just giving you an example where, you know what I'm saying, what type of motherfucker I could be at the moment. Even if the next nigga, if I had another motherfucker like me there, it would have been two against everybody. But I guarantee that mob right there in front of that door would have recognized and had to sit down and had to either kill us or had to sit down and really listen to us to piece it out or to understand the truth that it was really I wasn't our fault, that it was incited, but we had to do that to because it was danger coming. They hit us with fucking they hit Pun with a bottle. You know what I'm saying? When he was performing. So it's really your fault. Don't try to say you dead in the money now because you have to talk to us. In other words, that's my type of attitude when it came there. I had no business doing that. I had no part of the business, but that's just me. That's something that is just natural with me, But I would understand how somebody else would see it, and I'm not saying it like I'm gangster. That's kind of stupid, but I'm just trying to tell you those situations. As far as like what I told you in Connecticut that I did in front of that gun, that I told you put that gun down, I'm gonna fuck you, nigga, with the gun in my face. That was Cuban. And that's still me at the moment when you take me to somewhere dark like that, and I have to do something I'm saying, that my heart and my honor feels like it has to do. You know what I'm saying? So just to let you know, you know what I'm saying? And all these stories that I'm telling you could always be confirmed with those. I always drop a name. If I tell you a story, I drop a name that who could concur that story. All you gotta do is go get them.
Right. So
they'll tell you.
So then in the end, I'm sure everybody was relieved that nothing happened.
Yeah. No, then Zipper like, yo, you fucking crazy, you stupid. How you gonna open the door? You fucking crazy. I tell you, I know my name, my bad. I just got angry. I just got fucking angry. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted fuck that. It was challenging. It was challenging us. So fuck it. You know, that's who I was. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's who I was. You know, I was.
The 18th year anniversary of Chain Reaction just happened. How do you feel about that? 18 years, man.
Shit. I feel like a nigga older than a motherfucker. It feel like a nigga that older motherfucker. I'm proud of the album. I'm proud of the album for different reasons. Didn't get the full. I have to learn from that album too, because that was an independent album, MOB. But things that I wish that they listened to me, and things that I was saying back then came to life later on. And it was two lessons. Like, I learned certain lessons that I was trying to teach them about the game. They didn't really believe, because they thought money could buy certain avenues. And I found out that money can't just buy anything. And it's so important for you to have the crew, your business team, to be the right ones. And they have to play their positions to the fullest, as far as like the movement of a product. You know what I'm saying? Especially in my position, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, the industry, I seen how they catch their guppies and their fishes. I seen how they treat the new dudes trying to get inside the industry, and how much they make them pay, money, and the lies they say, and sacrificing, because at the end of the day, they know, you know, you're walking into, like, you can see how it's a different section. You could be a company that's fully working successfully, and you're doing your thing from the outside or independently, and then when you're trying to get in the industry, you see how they're all together, but they play like they're separate, but it's all the same thing, and they make you conform to their style of doing things, and they gas you, and they make you pay. Like I said, paying dues, they're known to make you do that, and that's all. And that's great jewels that I needed to learn. Of course, MOB a lot of money to learn that. It cost me some real good time. It cost me some time and some arguments with, you know, agree to disagree, and just seeing it the way I seen it. It's like the same thing when it comes to me. They don't believe me when I could tell them, this is gonna happen, man. Don't trust that. That's gonna happen. And then, like I said, I don't want to be wrong when that. I mean, I don't want to be right, but then what I said happens. I can't like, there's no excuses for that from you. You cannot tell me an excuse that's going to validate what I told you not to do, because then it affects me, affects my project. I owe that money.
Right.
So it's like, fuck are you telling me by that? You see how important it is to believe in the vision and see the vision of whoever vision it is. Or if you got the same vision, how to move along with that vision physically and you know, digital, through the media, whatever. What kind of companies you use, you know what I'm saying? What kind of avenues you use, the distributors. It's very difficult, and it's very important to have the right business team in this game, to move as a unit, to don't let nothing get in between that. No fucking weak links to be involved in that chain. It's hard to do, but all I know, and I'm gonna stand on it, and I've been standing on it. Once you get rid of all them weak links in that chain, and those links are playing the position they're supposed to play, then that pendant that you got on that chain is going to shine. It's never going to break, and it's going to be worth it. You know what I'm saying? The rewards that hard work you work for, you're going to get what you deserve. You know
what's your favorite song off of the album? Life Goes On with Selena Johnson?
Nah, Cuba Bella. Cuba Bella is a song I did for Cuba with my son.
No, off of Chain Reaction?
Oh, my bad. You're talking about Chain Reaction. Okay, no, I thought you were talking about, you know, the new one. So the Selena Johnson one was my favorite one.
Yeah. Because I was watching what is it? The Tale from the what's that special DVD that you had?
Just from the Bronx?
Yeah. And I was watching it, and then I saw like you were explaining how that song was real special to you at that time. Yeah. Yeah, and I saw you and Selena in the studio and everything. And she's
Selena cool.
amazing. She's amazing. Yeah.
Dope, they're all dope, man. But you know one thing about them? They never shouted me out ever again, man. It was, you know, it's like, I never seen them ever do an interview or fucking something, a blog saying, yo, man, what's up with Cuban? Cuban, what's up, man?
Right.
None of them. You know what I'm
Can I
saying?
have your MOB chain?
Shit, that shit been in the motherfucking swimming in the pond. I should have started swimming in the pawn shop like fucking 2007. Nigga, when dough gets low, the jewels go, but never that. As long as I stay, remember that shit from Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
So, nigga, you know how we do, baby. You know how we do shit.
Well, that I know
Materials,
that
we
stuff
can always
doesn't
get
mean anything to you, anyways. It doesn't really
Materials,
matter.
we can always get. I had the best. You know what I'm saying? I had the last of the fortunate last. You know what I'm saying? It came from the gutter, and I know the value of what I'm talking about. Those characteristics that I've said that a human should have, way more than any fucking price you could put on any chain or any money amount that you could do. So I'm grounded to those things. Those values to me are always been important, the most important. But you know, because I had those material things, I had those possessions.
Right.
Never did thing for me. Never did nothing but just play. You know, I guess it's like a uniform to play that position.
Right.
But it wasn't a talent. It had nothing to do with, you know, it didn't increase nothing about I believe in myself, my confidence. It didn't build nothing up like that. It didn't do nothing. The earth did. And I went to that, you know what I'm saying? Check like I told you, the 4 elements and all of that. I had a little hiatus where, you know what I'm saying, with God, you know what I'm saying, aligning that together. That made me powerful, recognizing in my inner self, my inner strength, my weaknesses again. So it's those things the most valuable thing in life you can't never ever buy.
It's facts.
You know what I'm saying? You got to earn and you got to learn and you got to live through it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to want to be, you got to want to have them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
which album did you like more? Chain Reaction or 24K?
I like 24K better.
Yeah. I think why?
From them two. I don't know why. I'll give you an answer sometime in the future.
Okay. But
I don't know why, but maybe it's more infamous around. It was more important.
Right.
Even though it's the meaning of it, it's worth more meaning. It's more meaningful than Chain Reaction.
I'm still jealous of you because you was with Maya up in that video, and I seen some live performances and everything.
None of them, and I paid for everybody in there.
I know.
We paid for it. But fucking MOB paid them money to be on that and everything. Everybody, every feature got paid. You know what I'm saying? Jada Kids, 50 G's. You know what I'm saying? Maya, 25. You know what I'm saying? Selena, 10. You know, Don Omar, 15. You know, niggas got paid.
Right.
I had the last right to say, green light that. Mm-hmm. So I fed those artists what they wanted, showed them nothing but love and respect inside the studio, gave them nothing but praise and love and admiration. 2005 was the date. Was the date that shit came out. From 2005 to 2023, tell me who in the fucking world came back from those people and told Cuban, come on, my nigga, I want to fuck with you and give you that favor back, put you on my album, or do something with me. Tell me. Another lesson for y'all, another jewel for y'all.
Nobody.
So you gotta learn. Yeah. That's why now.
That's why they always say,
and all of that made me believe
industry got no friends.
But it's not even about friends. It's being a human being in there, being a fucking a lover of music. You know what I'm saying? Being a fan and a creator of music. It's about that. Because all those songs, most of them, I wrote that for them too. You know what I'm saying? Like for the Sunshine Comes to Rain, I wrote that hook. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of shit. The Maya shit, Sugar Daddy, I wrote that. You know what I'm saying? So these are people that not even that I pay them for their services. I wrote their job for them. I did their job for them. All they had to do is use their talent of listen to know how to sing, the pictures and stuff that I was in there working with them too. But
I'm just saying I showed a lot of love.
But Cuban, okay. The most ridiculous part was in the Sugar Daddy video when you was stocking the shelves and you had all them girls hitting on you and everything, bending over. That was ridiculous. Come on, man. Come on.
That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. That was
There's
kind of
some
funny.
fine women up. No, you know what? The Don Omar video, you was pouring this champagne. Ooh,
That was fun. We did half of that. We did half of that in Puerto Rico and did half of that in New York. Yeah, that was the first like reggaeton English, and that's the first time Don Omar ever spoke English. So, you know what I'm saying? So they wanted to do it like reverse. They wanted to do it a reggaeton beat with the English lyrics.
That was fun.
And I could have did it in Spanish too, but we chose to do it that way. And it was a dope idea, and it was supposed to break through the Spanish, the Latin hip hop scene. At that time, they were doing a lot of Latin.
I feel like you would have really blew up on that scene if nobody,
Well, like I said,
held you back.
The business, it was secret. It was the Illuminati back then too, acting like, what I'm saying, niggas was really doing nothing because they're supposed to, MOB has supposed to talk to them and they were supposed to like chill away from, hating and all of that. They was acting like they was never doing nothing. And then behind the scene, they was doing it. You know what I'm saying? And the guys, I told my guys, I said, don't believe them, my nigga, they doing it. And then they seen that when the Southern Jam letterhead came back, so we can accept your money because this, and it was a security breach of Cuban comes, all those fucking excuses that we all knew later on. They knew. They found out these niggas is doing funny bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so what was helping them, which was really, really the whole industry were in bed. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that's what he uses. You know what I'm saying? Certain people in the industry that know their job, and he uses them to kind of block me and do what they know how to do to stop me from, you know what I'm saying, moving up. But it's okay, like I said, man. You know what I'm saying? Just understand it's never, when you love something, you can't quit it. If you do, you're going to regret it. So you might as well go head up 100% straight and do what you love and go out in the blaze. You know what I'm saying? Go out in the blaze. You know what I'm saying? Put your 100% to it and do, do or die, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fly or you gonna fucking, you know what I'm saying? You gonna dive down to the ground. But, in my case, I believe, and I think I got enough those to believe that they want to check it out, and I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show them why they hid this diamond so long.